Hey, welcome back to Grandeur Adventure, the show where my dorky friends and I play Dungeons & Dragons. If you're new to the show, my name is Nathan Boersma, the Dungeon Master, and I'm so glad you're joining us in our shenanigans tonight. If you aren't familiar with D&D, it's a collaborative, storytelling, adventure role-playing game where us nerds go on magical quests in a fantasy world. Special shout out to Tabletop Audio, Kevin MacLeod, and Stephen O'Brien. We're going to be using their music for our soundtrack tonight. So let's dive right in. Welcome back to Grandeur Adventure. Dun, dun. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started for tonight's episode. Y'all ready?
We're ready.
We're ready?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Ready.
Okay, I got this. Last time on Grandeur Adventure. We began in the Ambrose Inn, our adventuring party newly formed. We have Sawyer Wilder, played by Collen, Kinsley Bellughan, played by Kirsten.
How you doing?
Vario McLaughlin, played by Jordan. Aiden Bearclaw, played... That's not your name. We have Aiden Blackbear. We have Aiden Blackbear, played by Austin.
Simplest last name.
I know.
Blackbear.
Sylvie Rhaegri, played by Danielle. And lastly, we have Booker, played by Michael. After hanging out in the tavern, Sawyer went looking for some supplies on your journey. First, you all went to the Arcanium, a magic shop in Slumberton. You met its eclectic owner, Thera, a self-proclaimed master sorceress with a pet raven. After rummaging around, realizing you don't actually need anything, and Aiden offending Thera horribly, you left. After shopping in the market, you returned to the inn for open mic night. In the tavern, Aiden beat up a dude, Vario made some bets, and after some subpar performances, Booker performed his epic poem about platypi. Later, the mysterious and seemingly powerful bard, Whitton, performed the sorrowful tale of Manannan MacLeod. He sang of the death of his beloved Rhiannon, the storm of his tears, and in the end, Manannan's mother, Methera, turned him to stone. The next morning, you headed out for Carthana, looking for Sawyer's sister, Saoirse, who has been captured by the evil clan Deargan. You encountered several things, including a mama bear, a circle of standing stones where you met Peter Sprout the tree. You fought an evil dust mephit in a valley, and eventually came to a ruined tower. In the tower, you found the corpse of an unknown man who apparently knew Whitton, and you found the harrowing note in his pocket, as well as a silver sword on the mantle. You decided to spend the night here, and this is where we resume.
Is it morning?
Your guys are settling down for nighttime at the moment.
I would like to look on the body to see if there's anything that I can take back to Royden as proof that I found the body.
Yeah. You could probably take the note. Like I said before, the body looked like it had been looted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted something to give Royden, so I'll take the note then.
Mm-hmm.
And would it do us good to probably read that note again?
Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. Also, just cut off his hand.
I mean,
Or his head. He won't
Yeah,
need it
that's an
anymore.
idea.
Yeah, his head, that'd be really good identification.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Is this one?
Well.
Yeah. So the note said, you made out the words at the top, Northeast Crane and Tree. And then it says, it was horrifying. And I'm gonna play some music with it too, so it's edgy. It was horrifying. It was as if a man was inside the tree, yet was completely a part of it. As soon as I came near, I felt it watching me, peering into my essence. I swear, the branches moved as if inviting me closer. I began hearing a heartbeat in the ground. It spoke to me, in my mind. It knew my name. It knew my mother's name. I froze as it began telling me the story of my life. It caught up to the present and began detailing my future, but it was too much. I ran faster than... But then it...
And all the big tips of the call. Hi, bubbles.
I am guessing that was not Peter Sprout.
I think it's a fair guess.
Which is why we need the head.
Wow.
This is a minigame because
So,
you don't know that you're trying to find something.
It seems to be pretty late, so we're settling down to
Yeah.
probably go to
I'd
sleep.
like to check on Kinsley to make sure she's alright. I know she's still unconscious.
Okay. You go over to her, and eventually after...
Well, I've been planting myself like in front of her, so like I'm just kind of looking over and like
Just making sure she's alive.
Making sure she's not dead.
Cool. As she eventually... You start to wake up?
Oh, what in Christ's name? Oh, Jesus, Mary Joseph, what happened? Why am I dry? What happened?
You fell down a bit, and I was just taking care of you. All right, how do you feel?
I fell down. Be honest, was it embarrassing?
I mean,
Oh, it was. Oh,
It was pretty embarrassing.
It's not. I mean, it's not the worst. It wasn't the most. I mean,
does anyone have a sword I could fall on? It's an honourable death.
barely any people saw it. It's fine. You don't have to worry.
You won't tell anybody. that
We
I-
didn't have a sold out.
Ah.
We made one.
That's very kind of you,
Silver.
Booker. Thank you.
it was me fault.
What?
I'm sorry.
Why was it your fault?
I did the thing with my wand, and
Your wand.
yeah, it blew up the air
What blew up there, did it?
and knocked you unconscious.
Well, you know what? It's all right. We can't all be wonderful at combat all the time, you know. So I'll be wonderful to combat all the time, and you just be careful. How about that, hey?
Yes, so
We all
I'm
just-
learning.
Keep this between ourselves, then. Yeah. I sort of like stand up and like very hurriedly like brush myself off and like.
I'm just gonna give give Sawyer a comforting just little
Just go over and pat him
hand
on
on the
the
shoulder
head.
and just kind of reassure
Would you
him.
like a cookie to feel revitalized?
Thank you. And have you been making sure I didn't get lost and all
Yeah,
that?
you seemed a little bit wet there, so I tried to dry you. It didn't really work.
Oh, well, yeah, that won't work. But
Why?
thank
Why
you.
can't why don't you? Are you ever dry?
No. No,
Why?
I'm not. It's just the way I am. I was born that way. I'm always a bit damp. But here's a seashell for your troubles, and I sort of like take out like a crusty seashell. I like brush up, and I'm like, "That's for you, thank you."
As they're conversing, I'm just going in a little corner. And I'm just like gonna start studying a book that doesn't really have any title on it. Just gonna start studying.
What? Don't you? Oh,
You can get you
don't you ever get tired of feeling wet?
Well, that's beyond the point. I have no say in the matter. I'm a water.
But do you feel wet?
Genasi. Well, yes. Like if I were to go like this and I like squeeze my hand and like water comes like running out and if I were to do this and I like grab my hair and like squeeze it and it like creates like a puddle on the floor but it doesn't stop dripping, like it just keeps going. You see, it just sort of does. I collect the moisture in the air.
And that's not uncomfortable for
No,
you
it
at all.
is.
Oh.
It's just not optional at all. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose, and then I take the cookie and I like smash it on the floor.
I didn't want your cookie anyway.
Yeah. Can't eat processed sugar, I'm allergic.
Process. I feel like I'm with Miss 6-year-old for like guidance.
I make up for all the lots of intelligence here.
Also, just really quickly, that sword I got, is it actually, can I tell, is it actual silver?
Make a...
It's gonna be bad.
Wait, I thought we already figured this out.
Yeah.
Well, he said it looks silver, but I didn't actually know
Yeah,
if
but
the
I
properties
looked-
of it is silver.
But
Oh,
I
did
looked
you?
at it and
Yeah.
You
You
figured
did.
out that.
You
So
did.
it's
Yeah.
legit silver.
Yeah,
Alright,
legit silver.
Thank you.
nice.
I'm so we're in the tower still, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's nighttime. You guys are settling into camp.
Before we go to bed, I'm going to kind of prop myself in the corner and take the bottle of gnomish oils that I was given the night before and begin to ritual cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you're casting the ritual. What were you gonna do, Jordan?
I'm gonna. Is there like a room? Are there like rooms in this tower?
No, it's like just bare, like a really simple watchtower. There were 2 floors.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm not doing anything special then.
Cool.
So there's a spot to like look out and like a
Yeah.
window or,
On the second floor, yeah. There's like arrow slits to like look out and watch.
arrow slits, not even just like a big window that I can just look through.
There would,
Like a
because
big
part of the top is partly ruined.
Okay.
In the top, so you'd be able to see out of that.
Is it a full moon? No, I know. I wanted to say it,
Actually,
but I do want to know if it's the moon out.
it is. Sure, what time of the? I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for moon.
I'm not. No,
Please be a werewolf.
It's 30-sided dice.
It's all that I want.
Just 30 seconds.
It's a waxing gibbous right now, so it's headed to the full moon, but not quite.
Oh,
You don't know moon phases? Everyone knows the moon phases.
Yeah.
gibbous.
I look up at
Waxing gibbous.
at Sawyer from my book, and I'm just like, did you set up your little string around the place?
Yeah, I did that about 10 minutes ago, but I'm trying to focus.
All right.
Oh.
You're really on top of it. I like it.
Back to Danielle.
Interrupted me. That's okay. These are things we learn. So it's almost full moon. I'm just gonna kind of look at it. Just, hello? Are you there?
Can I sort of like walk up nearby and I'm like,
Yeah.
Hey, who are you talking to?
Hmm?
Who are you talking to?
No moon.
The moon?
Hmm?
Are you friends with the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well,
Isn't everybody?
oh. Yes. Indeed we are. Certainly. What's the moon and I haven't caught up in a while. What's the moon saying?
I'm just looking at you. I'm like, I don't think she knows what the moon is. Insight check.
You don't think she actually what?
I don't think she actually talks to the moon like the way that she's talking to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, make an insight check. Make a deception check.
Okay. Nine.
Oh well, I beat you. I would think about adding my modifier.
Cool. You can tell she's lying.
Yeah. So your question was,
What is the moon saying?
nothing right now. And I'm just gonna walk back downstairs.
I sort of like stay looking at the moon and I'm like
Waiting for something to happen.
yeah, I'm like, is it gonna say something? And I just sort of linger up there for a moment just in case.
Am I up there too?
I thought you were downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
The moon didn't say anything to either of you, just so you know.
Well,
Disappointing.
So you guys settle down for the night as you take a long rest. Go ahead and give yourselves a long rest.
Want to I was gonna say we probably should have said watch, but
Yes, that's what
There-
are you guys setting a watch or?
I'll watch.
I'll watch.
I actually don't need the full rest, so I can take a watch.
Okay, I mean you'll take part of it first watch. You'll take second watch, third watch. Anybody?
I'll do it.
Third watch.
Just before morning, I'll be up.
Okay.
Bright and early.
Cool. What time of night would that be? Danielle, make a perception check.
Where are my stats?
sleep so hard.
Everything. Wonderful. Nat 20. Okay. As you are sitting up on the top, you've been looking up at the moon and looking out and looking all around the tower down in the hillside. You just faintly see, like, coming from east, so in the direction of Slumberton, you see a raven flying from Slumberton, like it's a ways away, headed past you guys towards Carthana.
Say that one more time. So it's headed
From Slumberton towards Carthana, past you guys.
Okay. I don't really know what I can do with that information. It doesn't look like threatening or anything. Like it's just
Oh, just a raven.
just gonna like get my eye on it. Just hello,
It keeps flying.
Lord, come here.
Make an anal handling check.
Hopefully they nat 20.
15.
Nothing happens. The bird keeps flying.
Well, it's worth a try.
As the raven continues flying, would you like to do anything in the night?
I feel like I missed an opportunity. How far away was it from me?
It's a couple hundred feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, would have been out of range. Gonna finish my watch.
As you continue, like looking up at the moon, looking out around, you very faintly notice some little floating, glowing symbols, like just kind of, and you can hear this slight, like tinkling sound as they're trickling down from the moon towards you.
Hello?
They continue trickling down as they come right up to you. You can see all these little symbols. You would make a religion check. 11. You don't quite know what these are, but they float up, just this little faint tinkling sound as they come up and just start to swirl in a little spiral in front of you. As they come close to you, you just feel this comforting warmth as you feel really reassured.
My friend. It's good to see you again. How are you doing?
There's no response.
Okay, I think I know what the answer is though, so happy to hear you're good.
Cool. You finish the night undisturbed as the rest of you go through your watches, and nothing else happens in the night. Colin?
I was gonna do stuff during my watch. If
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. During sunrise.
What's that?
During sunrise.
Yeah.
Cool.
At dusk. Or dawn.
Dawn.
I'm going to. The last thing I want to do is wake Booker up.
Okay.
But before that, I, with my bat now, that's what I've turned my gnomish oils into. I am going to kind of like move throughout this little place, giving it like a...
Oh, wait, describe that. You're familiar.
Yeah.
As he completes the ritual for Find Familiar.
Would I have done that while they were still awake? Or... Because I wanted to wake him up with it.
Yeah, people were going to sleep, so you could have done it without people seeing if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm like kind of hunched in the corner, like really excited about it. But I take the gnomish oils and I like kind of start pouring them out on the floor, which would have been unusual for you because you gave this to me as a gift, and I'm just kind of pouring them out. And like I take some of the chalk that I have, and I'm like mixing this muddy mess of chalk and oils, and it's just kind of caked to my hand. As I'm like, it takes me longer than usual to try and figure out, reading from my dad's book, how to conjure this familiar, and I'm able to construct together. Like at the very last moment, I realize like, wait, what do I want to make? And I look outside and see a bat like at the distance, and I'm like, it works. I almost did a crab because I saw one the day before, but I go with the bat as I create this this spiritual familiar.
As the spirit opens its eyes and
Kind of just pet it. And then with the many provisions I have, I kind of just start taking like one item of food out at a time to see what it prefers.
as the little bat just kind of like hops around, just eats all of it. Like it just loves eating all of those little snacks.
The hungry little bugger.
Cute.
Yeah, so in the morning, with my bat, I'm going to. I read that the bat can give the help action on investigation, and so gonna kind of go throughout the place, like scouting and looking around, like blinking in and out of the bat's eyes to try and get a full picture of like what this building entails.
Yeah, like I said, it's super simple. It's just this ruined watchtower. There's 2 floors to it. It looks like it's been raided several times. Like it's seen a lot, but there's not really much here. It's sitting on this hilltop that goes down to the west. The hilltop goes down to the edge of the forest, which is to the trail that you guys are heading on.
Okay. Do I see like anything out in the horizon?
To the south, there is a mountain range that you see in the distance. It's not like a huge mountain range. It's just this smaller little clump of mountains. To the north, the forest extends. Notable. It's a beautiful western sunrise.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So right as morning hits, I go up to Booker. And I like wake him up. Like the first thing he smells is the scent of oils like all over my hands as I'm like kind of like lightly shaking him awake. I'm like, oi!
I'll just my eyes just kind of open little slits.
And all you see is me holding the bottle of oils like way too close to your face to be able to see. And I'm like, look what I turned your oils into! And I hold the bat forward.
Oh, blimey!
Climbs onto your chest.
It's a beauty. Got one of those flying rats. I love them. Wait. Oh, I know. You love guano too, don't you? And I just like pick up a little like poop dropping from it, and, like, put it in my mouth.
I'm just gonna like pop out of sleep and go, did I hear Beth? Who
I
had Beth?
grab him quickly and hold him.
Did you just make a friend?
And I'm like, he's not real. He's spiritual, so you can't eat him.
Oh, he's like
What made you
religious.
think I was gonna eat him?
What was your uncle's name?
I don't remember.
Ate the crab.
Because you eat crabs, that's what you do.
You promise you won't eat the bat.
I promise.
It costs me money.
Oh.
And then I hand you the bat.
I'm like kind of holding it up under its like armpits, like you would like, hello.
You can go.
Hey.
His name's Strog.
His name's what?
Strog.
Strog.
It's a nice name for a flying rat.
Hey, Strong, do you want to be my friend? And I pull out my little stuffed dough. It's like a little baby deer.
Pompadour.
Oh, where's the name of it? Strong, this is Kara. Kara, this is Strong.
It's like kind of wriggling a little bit, like you're just like how a kid holds animals, like you're just kind of like holding it hard in your hand.
I was being very gentle with you. He's really wiggly.
Like you. I kind of just put him on my shoulder.
Oh, he stretches its wings back out.
So dramatic.
We don't hand you off very often.
All right, you guys ready to head out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
don't want to ask him how he did it. How'd you do that? Like, you said you spent money on it. There's no shops around here.
Well, it was just I had to have a bit of oils and charcoal and
You summoned it. All right.
summoned, and I flipped through the book and I'm like reading and I go, I summoned it.
All right. That makes a lot more sense then. When you said he was spiritual, I thought you meant he was religious. He was like praying or something.
I don't believe he believes in that power.
All right.
You seem to be getting really good at this magic thing.
It's in my blood.
Okay. And I'm just gonna start walking out.
Cool. You guys all wake up in this peaceful, beautiful morning in the Kenalton Valley. You guys set out. packing up your things as you leave the tower, you head back to the trail as you enter into the forest. You travel through the forest for a while undisturbed as the day goes on, just traveling like normal. Who's leading the pack?
I am not. I
I can.
in the middle.
Sylvie's just like the little girl, I got
I'm
this.
kidding.
We'll have Sylvie go first, but I'll be like a few steps behind Sylvie.
Just keeping her safe.
Yeah.
I could be in the back, I guess.
Cool. Sulking in the back. Just
Well, I'm like
I would
checking
also
behind
like
us
to
periodically.
I'd also like to be up front, just slightly behind, just to keep an eye on her.
cool.
I'll be
Like to like your parents, just like
Like,
let her
just-
stand ahead, but like
I'm like, who knew the world is so big?
it's that attitude that slightly concerned me.
wonderful. You guys
Um,
continue.
I'll have Strog. Is that what it's called?
Strog.
I'll have Strog up in the air, like
Okay.
flying at like 100 feet.
Cool.
And I'll be like kind of looking through his eyes.
Cool. There is a
and-
forest canopy, so he won't be able to see into the forest super well, but he'll be able to see the skies pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to like. I'll be looking out for like smoke or like the
Okay.
presence of like other things.
Yeah, 100%. You guys continue on. Eventually, in the late afternoon, where's my... There it is. You guys are traveling along the road when, Sylvie, you see a little figure standing, just standing there in the thing. And you begin to hear like this very faint music as I'm gonna play sound. It's traveling through the forest. When you guys, as you're traveling, you slowly start to hear this like la 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 la. We're traveling on the road. La 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 la.
I love this.
Just like all these little you. It sounds like children's voices, like just singing like little songs, all sorts of little tunes. You hear like little sparkles every once in a while. And then there's this figure standing in the road.
Can I see how big the figure is?
It looks like it's standing about your height, about 3 feet tall, a little over 3 feet.
That's where this sound is coming from?
Coming from ahead of you guys, yeah. It's like in the distance.
I like knowing that Kinsley's behind me. Hey, Kinsley, it looks like there's another little one up ahead. Can I go say hi?
We can go say hi together as a group, but stand behind me just in case.
Why just in case?
Well, just so that it's a surprise when he gets to meet you. He'll be so excited
But
that
I
he
don't
got.
want to surprise him. I just
Well,
want to
it will
say
be
hi.
like a birthday surprise, like a good surprise. Like, oh, you get to make a friend.
But I don't
That's
like
so
surprises. Why can't I just...
Oh, well, he probably likes surprises. Get behind me, alright? I don't want to talk about it. I'll give you a crab. Just stand behind me. I like pull out a crab and give it to her. We like slowly walk forward. I sort of am like shielding her from moving forward with my hand.
I'm just going to be very happy behind you just with this crowd.
Amazing. All right, you guys continue forward.
I sort of like nod at Aiden as if to be like, come with us just in
Yeah,
case.
I
Because I have a bad
Sweet.
feeling.
Where's that art? I have art I'm going to show you guys. So you guys walk up, you see this little guy sitting in the path. He has blue skin, a pointy red hat, and he's wearing like just really loose fitting leather, like he has leather pants and a loose fitting white top, and blonde hair sticks out of his red pointy hat, long pointy nose and very long pointed blue ears, as he sits in the road.
Do we know what he is?
He's just staring up at you guys. His arms crossed. He looks like he has like a tiny sword at his side.
Hello there. Are you lost?
What are you doing here? As he pulls out a sword and points it at you. As you guys see, coming from the forest behind him, this little procession of all of these little tiny creatures coming out of the forest as he looks like he's the stop guard, like as they all start to cross the road, as he's standing between you guys and them. I'll show you some pictures of them. You see one creature, it looks like a little turtle, but he has a sunflower that comes out of his head that bobs as he walks.
It's so cute.
It looks kind of like that.
Wow. Oh, wow, okay.
You guys see...
I sit down and start drawing the scene.
Yeah? You guys see these little green guys that look like they have like bone masks and very gentle, kind eyes as they're kind of waddling along. They're like penguin shaped almost. You also see this majestic frog looking creature sitting on top of a floating giant koi fish. As well in the procession of creatures.
Wow.
You see there's also this little like green floating like jellyfish looking creature, but its tentacles are playing a ukulele as it's floating along
so
in the
cute.
procession.
Oh my god.
And then lastly, so it's these different types of creatures walking along, and you also see these little hedgehog creatures waddling along holding mushroom umbrellas, and they have little flowers and all sorts of things on their back.
The dream team.
As this line of them is all crossing the street, all singing. La, 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 la.
My bat's gonna fly down behind and like walk and start kind of joining the procession.
The little guy who's standing between you and them, he pulls out a sword pointing at you. Where are you coming from? You'll go no further.
I'm new in town.
You'll go no further.
Oh, hey there, little feller. We mean you no harm.
I just start crying.
Sawyer especially means you no harm.
We don't mean you any harm.
Who are you? Are you a friend of the she or a foe?
Oh,
I'll cut your neck right now.
We're not foes of anyone.
the she.
We're just
brought me
traveling
here.
from Slumberton.
The she brought me here from London. Me and my sister, and along the way, my sister got lost.
Who brought you here? How'd you come? Did you come the right way or the wrong way?
I
The right way.
came via jet stream with the she herself,
Who?
the Selkie.
You're friends of the Selkie.
Now Selkie. She brought me here. She said my father. He used to be a wizard in this land, and
Who's your father?
I don't know.
Hey, let's just lower our tone there a bit. It's alright.
Write that down.
It's my job to protect these ones. They don't know any better. Anyone could come over here and squash them, but I'm here to save the day.
Well, someone could come over and squash you, frankly.
They could try. I jump right at their feet and cut their leg off.
My father and mother were fallen in Kingston Wilder.
Haven't heard the name. Who are you?
I'm Sylvie.
Where do you come from?
I don't really know, but I like that your hair is blonde, just like mine.
That kind of disarmed him a little bit. He looks like he sits back a little bit and...
Where are you from?
I haven't been home in a while. I literally just went on the accent. I haven't been home in a while. I'm originally from Selfholm.
Oh, where's that?
It's in the forest far, far from here. The home of the fairies, but you would not know that.
I love fairies.
Do you not know what I am?
Uh,
Have you never met my kind?
we're happy to meet you right now, friend. My name's Kinsley. We're trying to get to Carthana.
He sheathes his sword. The name's Quicker.
Quicker. Pleasure to meet you, Quicker.
It's wonderful to meet you.
What a coincidence. We have somebody named Booker.
Booker. Very close in name.
I'm Sawyer.
Sawyer, Booker, Quicker.
I just extend a hand to him. Me as a fellow she. would I recognize him, or would we have
I'll make a nature check.
any kind of kindred, like a connection at all?
Yeah, make a nature check.
Is his skin like the same like color as mine?
It's his is like a bright blue.
Oh, okay.
As yours.
12.
12. You would know that his race would be descendants of elves, but he's not an elf himself. You can't quite remember what his race is. You know they're not common.
Okay. It's very nice to meet you. My name's Booker, and you look like you remind me of some of my friends back home.
Thank you.
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Quicker, are you just sit here all day, helping the traffic go?
Well, the traffic comes and goes, but I'm with this troop here. My job's to guide them.
Oh, and where are they going?
They're going to Selfham.
Oh.
I'm going home at last.
Oh. Wow, is Selfham near Carthana?
No, Selfham's quite far.
Okay.
We've got a long ways to go, but times are getting darker, and so
Oh.
does she have to go home?
Darker? What do you mean?
We can feel it. The she can feel the shadow coming. We don't know quite what it is, but it's dark and it's powerful. Our king has asked us to return. So to home we go. To be protected.
Would he know that I'm a dark she?
He could feel it from you.
Okay. Would that make him like nervous? Maybe?
You've been kind to him.
Okay.
Dark she aren't always evil.
Okay.
Do you have enough rations for your journey?
I'm fine. We don't eat the same food that your people do.
What do you guys eat then?
Well, some of them eat sunshine, some of them eat joy. It just depends.
That sounds wonderful.
Oh, we're fresh out of joy.
I mostly
For yourself.
eat berries and acorns and things like that.
Oh.
But I've got a big job to do.
Oh, certainly.
Very important around these
Very
parts.
important.
You wouldn't understand.
We wouldn't
But
understand.
where are you headed?
That way.
I'm headed to Carthana.
Yeah.
Ah, the great city. One of the great cities.
My name's Vario, by the way. It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you, Vario.
Yeah.
I'm Quicker.
Oh,
Great to meet you.
no, I'm sorry, but we must be going. My sister Saoirse, she was taken by
You can't go until the procession's complete. They have to cross this road, and I'm not going to let you cross until they cross.
she was taken by the Clandearden.
Well, they were crossing this road before she was taken.
How long does it take to cross the road?
Depends on how fast they go.
Is it possible for me to step over them? Like, how small are they?
They're like this tall.
I just
most of
step
them.
right over.
As soon as you start to step, he whips out his sword and points it right at your neck.
How tall
Wait,
is
isn't he like the same?
He's 3
as,
feet tall.
Oh.
And I just again, I start shedding tears, and I'm like, I must get my sister.
How big is the procession? Is it just seemingly endless?
It's not seemingly endless. They've some of them have crossed the road. They're not moving that quickly, so they're just kind of like la 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 la. Not in a hurry. As they're moving across, it looks like they're about halfway over at this point. Yeah, Danielle.
Maybe this will help. And I'm going to cast Druidcraft to
Okay.
make like a tall bridge.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Wait, how do you have Druidcraft?
I don't think Druidcraft.
Oh yeah, you do. You do.
She doesn't. I
No,
don't.
she does.
I'm gonna cast Druid. If I can do this, I'm still looking at it. It seems like I can do it.
What are you trying to do?
I want to create like a bridge made out of like grass or something that's basically causes an arch so we can crawl under.
So you can crawl under them. It would take a second, just because Druidcraft, you can grow things with it, but it would take a second to like weave the things together to actually make it stable for them. By the time you would make it, they would already be all the way over.
I look at Booker and I'm like, could you charm him to let us pass now?
I'd say it would be completely appropriate, but I'm just wondering. We mean no harm. You guys seem like a lively, lovely bunch, and I'm just kind of I don't say it out loud, but I look at the little turtle and I'm getting But would it be alright if we actually went around you? Maybe we go off-road. We need to continue this way.
That'd work. We can make that happen. Just follow me. Do not make a step towards them that I don't approve. I have to protect these ones.
We're following you.
I have to protect these ones. The very king himself gave me these orders. I'm on very important business.
Yeah.
Who's the king?
You don't know the king?
What's his name? Maybe I do know.
Ku. The great boy king Ku Collen. The king of all the She.
Maybe I'll get to know him.
Ah, perhaps you might. It is not common that people get to know the great Ku. He comes and goes with the wind and the leaves. But his eyes twinkle like starlight. He is the greatest.
I enjoy him too. He's my king too.
Scratching.
Like,
I'm scratching my head with my wand, like just making the wand very visible. And I'm like, I'm curious. I wouldn't myself make a business of intimidating people, especially a group much larger than yours. Considering we outnumber you by a significant few.
if you'll continue to offend me, I might just have to tell the king about you.
Ooh.
I'm not from here. I follow a queen.
Oh!
Oh.
Just follow me, and I won't cut you.
Is he trying to intimidate me? Because I was trying to intimidate him.
He's trying to intimidate you.
What do we
Make an intimidation check.
I
Sawyer, I don't think it's worth it.
do? 6.
Oh no.
He most definitely wins. He got a 21.
Wow.
I back down. Put my wand away. Grab Booker's hand.
I said, shall we be going then? I say to you, like...
He's still holding a sword. He hasn't sheathed it as he starts guiding you guys into the woods and around the procession as the procession continues to go. As you eventually make it around,
So one of the ones as we're kind of crossing by, like being the hulking mass that I am, I'd like to kind of kneel down, and as one of them crossing, I'd like to take the ball bearing that he gave me and just kind of like gingerly hold it out to one of them.
the quicker whips his sword out at you. He goes, "What are you doing?"
Just wanted to give one of the little ones a present.
What is it?
It's a shiny thing. I'm not
His
gonna lie,
eyes
I
light
don't-
up and he's like-
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what it is,
Can-
but it looks shiny.
Can I have it?
Of course.
He takes it and shoves it in his pocket. And he like looks up, realizing what he just did, and he's like, "Continue on. Keep going on your business," as he leads you guys around them and then back to the trail. As you guys can continue on.
Thank you very much for your guidance. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad to have met you. I consider to have a new friend. And then we just go.
Workplace proximity associates. Just kidding.
That man was a blimey jerk.
Sometimes you get more by working with people than intimidating them, Sawyer.
I don't take lightly to bullies.
I don't think you were the bully. I think you were just impatient.
Definitely not a bully.
I don't know. I'm with Sawyer on this one. He wasn't very nice.
Sawyer, did you have bullies back home?
It's not something I want to talk about. And I like push on.
You can talk to me later if you want.
Can't talk to me later if you want.
I'm not here for
I'm
you.
very busy.
Don't worry, I won't.
While we're walking, I'm gonna go up to Kinsley. Kinsley, do you need me to hold your bag again, or are you okay?
Well, you know what I'm thinking? And I sort of pull out like a very small bag out of my bag, and it's like the same shape, and there's a regular sized egg in it. I'm like, I think you should have this bag. Can you hold this for me?
Yeah!
I've been keeping it in there for God knows how long, and I feel like you should have it, and it just, it's to show we're part of the same group. so I don't know. It's kind of nerd. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's annoying. I don't know. And I get like really embarrassed and flustered. And like I'm not sure this is a good idea.
I like rub your hand. I love it. And then I like hold on to it and I start skipping.
Aww.
I sort of like turn away and like smudge off a tear. I'm like, and I just keep walking.
All right, you guys continue on through the forest as the sun begins to set. You, right around as the sun is setting, you guys can see the end of the forest, and overhead your bats flying tells you there is a small village that the trail passes through right at the edge of the forest. Place where you can spend the night. Colin?
I'm sorry.
You're good. Your bat sees a little village at the edge of the forest in the direction that the trail passes through.
Oh, okay, cool. We're coming up on a village. I believe it's somewhere we could post up for the evening.
I think that'd be
All right.
pretty nice.
Let me check it out and make sure it's safe, though. And I have my bat kind of fly through.
As you looking through your bat's eyes, as you go down into the village. The village is very quiet. It seems like a quiet little nobody town.
Abnormally quiet.
Not abnormally quiet, but like there's you see a couple people here and there. Some people coming back from the fields after work. You see there is one tiny little tavern. There's not a whole lot there, but yeah, it's a little village.
Cool. I'm like, seems fine. I don't perceive anything abnormal.
No.
Yeah.
Cool. As you guys continue on, you enter the village, and as you do, the few people that are out there are all kind of looking at you guys like travelers. Like there's new people into town. Like you hear like some people are like whispering to each other as you are an eclectic group. As you come walking in, where do you guys want to go? Do you want to go straight to the little tavern or?
I just go up to the. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, how close are we to one of those people who are whispering?
Probably like 20 feet away.
What are you saying about us?
One just looks at you and is like, as he turns and just starts walking away.
Nothing be bad about it. I was just curious.
Yeah, I say we head to the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going now. Bye.
He just kind of waves awkwardly, just I don't know what to say.
Is it like 7 p.m. or what is it?
It's the sun is setting now. It's around dusk. So it'd be like 6 o'clock.
So it's getting harder for me to read my book while we're traveling, so I'm just gonna close it.
Cool.
And kind of scout around for maybe an inn.
Yeah, there is one little tavern on the corner. You guys head up. It's not even named. It's literally just the doors kind of creaked open a little bit. As you guys head inside, there's barely any people in the tavern. You see there's this little shriveled up old man who's sitting at the bar 7 drinks in. You see there is one little family that's eating in a booth to the side. That's the only people that are there. There's an innkeeper. He's balding. Just looks kind of like a hopeless man as he looks up at you guys. And he's just like, "Howdy, travelers. How's your day going?"
It's going pretty well. Thank you very much. We made some friends today, so did you?
What's your business in Dornfana?
Just stopping by. We're actually heading on our way to Carthana.
Typical. That's the people don't come here for Dunfana. They come here for Carthana. That's what happens. You want rooms for the night then?
Yes, please.
What's the going rate?
Right now they're just running about 4 copper per night. Things are cheap in Dunfana.
Great.
And then if you want, we do a 1 silver piece bed and breakfast deal. Includes your drinks for the night as well as your breakfast in the morning if you want to do that.
I start to slide him a gold. Still not getting the currency rates.
Like,
Does anyone stop me?
I'll put you in the presidential
Kinsley
suite.
sort of like slaps her hand in front of it and like shoves his hand back. She's like, "We'll take the copper one, thank you."
Wonderful.
I want the drinks and the breakfast.
All right. I'll take the
the
silver one.
and I like reach into my satchel and I pull out a silver.
He takes the silver. Who's
Yeah,
gonna
I-
get the? You're gonna do the deal, or
yeah, I
Yeah.
did the deal.
Yeah.
cool? As you're gonna do
Have
the
I been
deal.
to this town before?
You're gonna give him gold. As
I actually meant to say.
Huh?
silver.
Have I been to this town before?
You would know this Dunfana village is what it's called. It's in between Slumberton and Carthana. It's closer to Carthana. It's in the same valley that Carthana's in. Yeah, it's a typical resting place for travelers on the way.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys settle in for the night. As you guys are,
Okay. I don't like the price that he gave us.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sneakily try to climb up onto the roof and sleep under the stars.
so you're not gonna buy a room.
Do
No.
I see this
Okay.
happening?
Yeah.
You're welcome in my room.
I think I'll need some fresh air anyways.
Cool. Make a stealth check for just when you sneak up there.
I got 14.
14. Wonderful. We'll do that later. As you guys are chilling, having your food and your drink, settling in for the night, you see a farmer comes in and goes up to the bar, and he's talking with Belfast. What are your passive perceptions? Again? Who? Just raise your hand if you had the above 13.
Past perception.
Someone else did.
I thought Kinsley did.
I think Kinsley
do,
does.
Yeah.
Don't you have like 14 or 15?
Yeah, hers is 15.
Yeah.
It's 15.
Sawyer and Kinsley, you both over here. He comes up. He's chatting at the inn, and he's like, "This bloody hob's been stealing our butter all week. Literally, we've been churning and churning, trying to make our own butter, but the dirty hob keeps stealing it. We offered him clothes, and I think we offended him." As Belfast replies, "Don't you know you're not supposed to? You frickin' idiot! Why would you give clothes to a hobnobber?" As they're just chatting.
I sort of like lean to the table and I'm like, "Does anyone know what a hobnobber is?"
Make a. You might know. Make a nature check.
Just her?
A hob. That's what they're called. You might know to make a nature check.
17.
17.
13.
13. Both of you would know hobs are. Some people don't think they're real. They're questioned whether they're real or not, but they're known as house fairies. They're known to.
Dobby.
Like Dobby, they're known to come into your house and help you with things, but if you offend them, they will wreak havoc. House fairies. What hobs are.
Yeah, so it's,
You know, giving a hob clothes is they'll either leave or attack you.
basically just relay all of that to Kinsley. Did that make sense?
Yes, it did. That gentleman seems to be having some trouble. We might be able to get some gold out of this, friends. Do we want to stop?
I like that train of thought. Yeah, Vario.
gold
Isn't
is
that-
my
I-
favorite color, so
Yeah, so let's go talk to him.
maybe Sawyer, I know we need to get going, but maybe if we can solve the problem tonight, we can
Yeah.
get that done. I don't need much sleep, and
And I do need more gold.
yes, exactly.
I need a lot more gold.
All right, let's go talk to him. I want to walk up to him and be like, "Hi, hello."
This tall, dark, floating hair,
I got, like,
sunken
way too
yellow
close.
eyes. He's like, "Oh dear God!"
And I walk up behind, like, fully revealing my,
Your weapons.
yeah, my
and-
weapon. Like, I'm not, like, trying to intimidate, but, like, it's just, like, I'm not socially aware
Right.
that, yeah.
As you walk up to him, he's like, "Oh dear, Jesus Lord, what? Who are you?"
The name's Kinsley. I hear you have a hob on your hands, partner.
I do happen to have a whole problem.
Oh, well, my friend and I here, we are professional hub removers. And if you're interested in getting a little assistance, I'm sure we'd be able to take care of that problem for you
What are the
tonight.
chances? Make a deception check.
Okay.
Can Vario be helping because he's right there?
Oh.
I got a
So
12.
advantage.
That's enough.
Oh, okay, good.
As he's like, what are the odds?
What are the
Professional hub removers,
Isn't
right
that
when I
just
need
a
them. You see, it's been stealing our butter all week long. It's
That
been-
sounds really expensive.
We thought he was cute, and so our daughter made him some little clothes. She literally
dear.
made him herself, and I guess it seems to have offended
Well,
him.
as I've done a lot of research, and it actually turns out that if you give a hub some clothes, you can either offend them or they'll leave. So, you know,
Well.
that's it's a chance you have to take. Your daughter sounds like a lovely gal. Just so you know,
Oh, God.
because we are such high professionals, our running rate can be a bit steep. But butter is also steep.
I'm not but a performer. I don't have much, but what are your prices like?
Tell him.
Wait, pause real quick. I'm trying to. So, what's like the equivalent of like money in like in our day again?
So a gold piece is like $100. There's 10 copper and a silver, 10 silver and a gold.
Keeps like,
Shoot.
3 gold.
Yeah, our normal prices are 3 gold.
Gold pieces.
My friend's a bit confused. Our normal price is 5 gold and a silver. Do you think that's reasonable for you? 5 gold and a silver
5 gold
and all
and a
that
silver.
butter? I can't imagine
Oh, sweet lord.
financial hardship. That's
That would be quite the
That'd
financial,
be
losing all that
quite-
butter over and over
Oh.
again.
I
Oh,
can't-
my dad and
No
tears.
end in
I'll-
sight.
I'll consult my wife about it.
all right. You know what? You know what? You seem like a really.
But are you going to be in time for bed?
And we're going to solve this
Oh, no.
problem tonight, my good man.
Yes.
Tonight?
Tonight, this very day.
Well, perhaps if you could convince my wife into it, then
You know what?
I
make
just
it
don't
easier
know.
for you. I'll
Okay.
make it easier.
after you see, I had a problem for a while, and I did some gabbling, and when I was in Slumberton last.
Dear, oh dear. Well, I've had that from. I mean, I think a number
Is-
of us. have
Is
known
there
that.
is there something else that you could get to potentially offset the missing money?
1 second. Trying to, if it's stolen so much butter that it's really affecting my business.
What's it doing with all that butter?
I don't know. Is he eating it? He must be.
Gracing up.
The hobs, they do like the grease.
I could give you we have an old donkey.
Oh, that
Do
is
we-
very
We've
nice.
got a younger one. The old one's starting to get older, but he's got some kick in him left.
You know what? Let me talk to my team of experts really quick. And I'll be with you in just a moment. And I sort of like run back to the table. And I'm like, guys, can anyone transform a donkey into a horse? Does anyone have the ability to turn a
I
donkey?
start flipping through my book. Just shaking my head.
I'm like, you're the druid, aren't you?
Not a very good one.
That's hilarious.
Can we do anything with a donkey? Does anyone have any ideas?
We can transport goods to sell.
What goods?
I don't know. We'll find goods on the way.
Butter?
we could,
We can sell the donkey in Carthana.
what I'm thinking is it's got 4 legs. We could sell it later, just bring it with us where we're going.
It can carry all the bags I bought.
Could I like give an estimate, like just based on what I know, like an estimate for what we could get for this donkey in Carthana?
A healthy, strong donkey would be worth about 10 gold pieces. This
What is
donkey's
this donkey worth?
it's old and like and so it doesn't have a whole lot of kick left in it, but you could get like 4 or 5 gold pieces for this donkey.
And to be fair, you haven't seen it yet.
Okay, we need to just
Well, no,
go
I take back with this.
with the man back to his farm, evaluate the donkey, convince the wife, and go from there. It's better to make some money than no money. Trust me.
What exactly is it you told them we are?
Nothing we're not.
Which, by the by, how much did they say they're going to pay?
well, that's what we're discussing now. I'm gonna offer him a deal, of course, of 4 gold pieces and the donkey.
Among 6 of us?
And the donkey.
So wait, we split that among 6 of us?
No. You guys can have the donkey. And we'll take the gold.
I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, you can do this if you'd like, but I don't want any piece of it.
You don't. Have you ever tried donkey meat though?
I have plenty of provisions.
It's really good.
Alright, tell you what.
Are you alright with taking this detour, Sawyer?
It's just for tonight. We're not losing any
If
time.
they want to spend all night looking for a donkey and get, tired in the morning, they can do that. But I'm not slowing down for them.
Oh, wait. Why did you tell them that you know how to remove these things if I had to tell you what it was like 10 minutes ago?
I'm just certain we can figure it out. Listen.
Yeah, do you want to help?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
you
split
know a
the
lot.
gold with whoever helps us. How about that?
I'll help you if you give me some money.
The
Some of the cut. I
gold.
want some of the cut.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Alright? And some of the cut when we seal the donkey.
Naturally, that'll be fine. Anyone who wishes to help, I did tell him we were experts, so the more help, the better.
But isn't that a lie?
Yes, but it's a white one, because we're learning. We're pre-experts. We'll be experts by morning, won't we, Sylvie?
Oh. We will be experts by
We'll be experts by morning. Who's coming?
Very optimistic of you, I like it.
Let's
It'll be really fun.
let's take care of this hub.
Do we really need all
Stay
6
here.
all 6 of us to try to go win this thing? I mean, that's a very little amount of gold.
Listen, we're wasting time here, okay?
Let's
That
just-
man's butter is being stolen.
I start
Who wants
walking
some
back
gold?
towards the farmer.
Okay.
We're leaving.
You walk
Last
back up
call.
to him as he looks at you and he's like, so what's the verdict?
So what
Will
we
you come
discussed
talk to my wife?
is, yes, we will talk to your wife, and we want to examine the donkey first.
I can do that.
Okay.
Alright, who's coming?
I mean, if we're helping.
Got your crew.
I'll go.
Okay, great.
I just
You might need
pick
me.
up one more like bad dropping, and then I just I offer it to Vario.
I do like new foods, but not that kind.
I'm gonna get red and I'm just gonna jump in the app.
As you eat the bad
I like
guano.
I like dry retch for a second, and then I just like
I like kind of like down on your finger.
It's kind of nice, isn't it? It's a little guano-y, a little spirity.
It's
kind
one
of
of my favorites. I get it on my birthday cake every year.
Oh. Oh.
I just shake my head. I be like, can you lead the way, please?
As he's just like
Is that-
staring at them like, what the hell has happened? So who's going?
I'll go.
Raise your hand if you're going.
I'm gonna
You're going?
turn to Sawyer one time. You sure you're not gonna go?
Sawyer's not gonna go. You're gonna stay behind.
All right.
Might as well go.
You'll go.
No.
We
Okay.
could use the muscle.
Everybody but Sawyer. Okay. So you guys head out with him as you guys head back to his house. Yeah. He leads you to a little farm outside of the village. As there's warm light coming from inside as he opens the door and leads you guys inside. His wife is cooking dinner at the pot. What they don't have stoves. They have like a pot over the fire. You guys can hear that there's a cradle in the corner of the room where there's a baby rocking.
What?
Of course, there's a baby.
What are they again?
Every time I want to get money out of someone,
You're stealing
Yeah, yeah.
from the family.
You can always assume
poor
it's humans.
family.
They're- yeah.
Every single
Unless
time.
specifically stated soon.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, unless specifically stated otherwise, most people are humans that you'll encounter. As you guys come in, she's like, company? I wasn't ready for company. Bert, what the... Last time you brought strangers over, the fire almost burned down the house. Things got crazy.
I like back up a little bit.
She's like, don't be quiet. It's okay. They're here to help us. They're here to help us. She's like, She looks to you and says, "So well then, who are you?"
I sort of am like unreasonably intimidated by her all of a sudden. I'm like, oh!
I'm like visibly frightened from the mention of the fire.
I sort of like judge
Like
Sylvie
almost burning
forward
down.
and I'm like, go get her, tell her what's happened. Because she's the cutest.
Oh, little girl, how are you doing?
I'm good, and I kiss her hand.
But are you doing okay?
I'm doing really good. How
What?
are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm making dinner for my family. Are you
What do you
hungry for
make?
dinner?
I could eat a little something.
Well, it'll be ready in a bit. I can feed you after. What are you here for?
So your husband told us that you guys have a hob that's stealing all your butter.
Oh, the bloody hob's been stealing all the butter, so I'm afraid for the bread with the soup tonight there won't be any butter because the hob. Oh, we're all out of butter.
So we're here to help get rid of the hob.
Really? As Bert goes, they're professionals. As Sidhe goes, professional hob removers. At what time? This is exactly the time of need that we need professional hob removers.
I mean, I don't know about.
I know.
I like run up and grab Sylvie and I'm like, isn't she adorable?
Is she your daughter? Is she your daughter? Whose daughter? Is she your daughter?
None of these
She-
people are my parents out.
She's kind of.
And she
She's
like
the adopted
steps
one of the
forward,
group.
kind of pulling Sylvie into her dress, and she's like,
Oh no,
Who-
it's okay.
"These aren't your parents.
No, but they're my friends.
Your parents are okay with you being here. If you're in danger,
She's in no danger.
I mean, if I'm in danger, I can just use this, and I pull out my moon-shaped giant sickle.
she's like
Giant sickle? Did you say giant sickle?
It's literally a moon-shaped sickle, like the size of a longsword. Like,
Oh my god. What? Where'd you pull it out from?
she's like, "Oh, well then,
Like we said,
Okay.
we're professional.
you are professionals.
Well, I don't know about.
Well,
Hey! Sylvie, honey.
Might just show us where this hob has been.
Oh, the barn where we make the butter is where the hob's been stealing. The poor cow's teats are sucked dry.
I hate it when that happens.
Sylvie, honey. Don't say things like that, alright? You don't
So-
know what you're talking about.
So right now we're assessing the situation and seeing if we can help you.
Yes.
Uh,
What's your price? What would we pay you?
So we talked with your husband about about taking a look at the donkey and assessing its value.
Oh, he's a healthy bludger. He's doing great.
Well,
I'm a woman. He's doing great.
I'm a woman.
we're gonna take a look at it. So the typical price. Yeah. So we're gonna take a look at it.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
typically,
Oh.
like if there's gonna be a livestock exchange, like it's gonna be
For your goods and services.
right for goods and services. It's gonna be a
My goods for your services.
yeah. So it's gonna be like a. So
And the gold. Vario.
Yeah, you're right,
I forgot
right,
about
right.
the gold. Go ahead, tell her.
So you're
Yeah,
asking for the donkey and gold?
Well, normally,
depending on the quality of the donkey
and the hob.
and
and
the quality
yes,
of
and
the
the
hob.
quality of the hob.
We'll pay an hour later.
What?
Bert, I don't know if we can spot this.
During this whole interaction, being thoroughly bored with it, I'm walking out the door and I'm trying to find the barn.
I like
I'm
it.
trying to find the barn. No
Yeah.
interest in this interaction.
You walk out, and there's there's a little dirt road that leads up to the big
I
barn.
mean, they can continue. I'm walking down and I'm going.
They didn't notice you leave. You're just kind of in the back of the group. Didn't really say anything as you go out towards the barn. She's like, Bert, I don't know if we can spot this. Wait, we've not financially recovered since you know the stint you had. You know, Bert. As he's like, I'm sorry. I promise this will be worth it. We'll sell the butter for even better price, and the donkey too. I don't know if we can lose the donkey. He's like, oh,
We can hear all this.
You can hear them. They're like having a little
Like,
sidebar.
guiltily, like-
She's like, well,
I
then,
don't feel guilty. I just have my hands crossed, like waiting.
Kinsley, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Persuasion. 8, and then do I add advantage?
So advantage is
Oh.
you do it.
Twice and take the higher.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that went through my
Okay.
nose.
Great.
The worst.
Ooh, 18.
18. She's like, would accept your terms and conditions.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'm excited to do business with you.
Me too! I sort of like surprised.
She's like, it's... Your hand's a bit wet. Do you need a hanky?
Your hand's a bit dry, dear. Anyway, where's the bar?
Because it's outside. The donkey's in there. If he's the older one, if you can just investigate that and do whatever you need to do. Take care of the hob,
Yay.
and be on your way.
And just to get this done in the most timely manner possible, do you have any leads on the hob? Any areas it typically visits? Anything that we should know before this investigation starts?
The first sighting was in the garden, but he just comes in the night and takes the butter.
Have we seen him do it?
We saw him initially, and then we gave him clothes, and the butter started going missing.
Well, it's a good thing we came in the night, isn't it, professionals? Anyway, great. We'll go to the bar then.
Yeah, let's go.
So yeah, we go to work.
Cool.
And then we go to the bar.
You go to the barn.
We're going.
What's your plan?
Oh, Kinsley absolutely doesn't have a plan.
Yeah, I want to ask Sylvie.
How much lead time? would I
Sylvie,
have?
like, what can
Oh,
you,
yeah,
what
you
can you
have a
tell
couple
us
minutes.
about hubs? What else do you know?
Sorry, hold on 1 second. Before we do that, he had already gone to the barn. I forgot to go back to that.
I would have just burst the doors open.
You just roll the sliding door open as
And pull out my greatsword.
there's some cattle, there's a horse, and there's a younger donkey as well as their old donkey.
We'd already got it.
Hob.
See-
I like to walk around.
You see a little cat jumps out of there's a loft space where there's a bunch of hay as a cat jumps out of it, comes up as it's just walking by.
Are you the hob?
It just like sits down, swishing its tail, looking up at you. It's just a little white cat.
I'd like to inside check the cat.
Make an insight check to see the cat's intentions.
3.
I love how we can see it on the
It's
screen.
so funny.
See your
The cat seems a little sus.
I'd like to take another cookie from my ration pack and just kind of set it in front of it and just.
It sniffs it, pauses it a little bit, and then sits back down.
You seem alright as I kind of pat it aggressively.
Boom.
And as you turn it just like scampers
It's
off.
dead.
As I
the
wrap
door.
myself, Hob. I'd like to try to search.
As
I'm
you
gonna
guys
like to look around.
Make an investigation check.
Gosh. You got -3.
What? How do you minus
14.
3?
Hey, 14's pretty good.
14.
14.
With the -3.
Oh, really?
You
I didn't even
look
know
around.
that.
You don't find anything out of the
Oh,
ordinary.
surprise.
okay,
As
that's
you guys are coming to the barn, you just hear Aiden inside going, Hob, Hob.
Bloody hell, Aiden, you're making us look unprofessional.
This is how you get one of those out, right? Those hobs.
Is the guy with us, or are we alone?
You're alone.
Okay, I'm like, well, no, probably.
Wait, can I see if I know anything about hubs? I don't remember if I
Make a
did.
nature check.
Okay.
Ooh.
I got. Wait, that's a natural 20.
Ooh,
Plus 3, so
natural
23.
20. Hobs are mischievous little house fairies that you would know if you give them clothes, they'll either leave forever or get horribly offended, and if you give them a bowl of milk, they really like milk a lot and dairy products.
Oh, that makes sense.
They also like shiny things, little tokens. They're known to steal little things in exchange. So like they'll help you with your chores and then take something in exchange. Yeah.
I also do have a glimmering silver sword. Just I would know
You do,
that, but like, and I'm waving it around. I don't know if that makes any difference for this so-called
Right.
mob. But
Okay, so I also know that hobs they really like dairy. They like all things milk, and they also do like shiny things.
Well, how about this?
I was gonna ask Nathan. Do these like have like shape changing properties, or do they like
Not that you've
disappear?
heard of.
Okay.
Sometimes it seems like they disappear just from the stories you've heard, but you wouldn't know about any specific magic like that they have.
Okay, good to know.
Well, here's what I think. She said that sometimes they've appeared they saw it in the yard. they keep stealing their butter. How about I run to a store real quick, cup of copper, just get some milk, get some butter, maybe something like you said, shiny or something like that. We lure it into a specific spot, and we don't let it know that we're there.
Oh, that's good.
I do think that we should all take shifts, though. I think we're going to all need a good night's sleep tonight, and I don't think we can afford to all stay up all night.
No, we can't.
You have all purchased rooms in the inn, just so you know.
Well, you know what I'm thinking? There's a cow right here. Why don't we just try to milk that before we...
That's the kind of thinking I like.
You know,
Cow's
let's do a
teats are
sheep.
dry and chapped.
I-
Did you have to throw it down?
Kinsley is moisture itself. Can I like run up and start trying to like moisturize the udder? I'm just like holding it. This is gonna
Can I
work.
try to moisturize the udder as you just start squeezing its udders? The cow's like noticeably uncomfortable as
Right,
you're.
I'm visibly uncomfortable by what's going on. I'm like, I turn away and turn my back to the whole situation.
As you're not seeming to get milk out of it, as it seems thoroughly milked dry.
Oh, I've had an idea. Can I cast Healing Word on the cow?
Oh.
Wait, which one are you on? Yeah, Healing Word, so we can.
You can try.
Of that. Okay. Yeah, because wait. Right, again, I'm still new to D&D.
I'll just tell you, you would know that probably wouldn't work since this is it's like a natural bodily function. It just doesn't have milk right now. So you can heal the like chappedness, but it just doesn't have milk. at the
So you
moment.
can moisturize the teats.
Oh, brilliant idea. I'd like to cast Speak with Animal, please.
Wonderful. You cast Speak with Animals. As it's the mooing starts to turn into what my teats. No, that's not the voice.
That's a good voice, though.
What are you doing at? What are you doing at my teats?
Sorry. Well, I let go. And I just sort of let go. I was wondering if I could trouble you for some information about the hob that's been running about this place, stealing all
Oh,
your
that
hard
dirty
butter.
hob has been at my teat all night, every night.
Oh, girl.
Me and the girls are having a hard
Bloody
time.
tired, aren't you?
Yes, I'm so tired.
Oh, what's it? Can you tell me anything about the hob? What does it look like?
It's a little creature, man.
Okay,
He comes in the night.
great. Does it do anything?
He's not very tall.
Does it come at a specific time?
Which time?
Well, like when. Alright, yeah, that's a good point. Do you.
Maybe that's where because I can hear her side.
Yeah. Does anyone have a good question for the cow?
You're asking about time. You can ask him about like where the moon is.
Were they in the barn?
Where are the cows in the barn?
They're in the barn
Oh.
at night.
Never
Do you
mind,
ever
never mind.
notice a shadow or a light coming in from the window by the moon when the hob's around?
Sometimes there's a light.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's light there, but sometimes there's not.
Great. Can you tell us where it comes from? What part of the barn?
The cracks,
All of the cracks?
the door sometimes.
And you're really helpful. How about this? If the hob comes back tonight, could you moo really loudly?
I can do that.
Oh, that'd be mighty helpful. And we'll get rid of that hob for you.
And you'll get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'll kill the bloody bodger.
Oh, probably. Yeah. We're professionals.
Wonderful.
Can you
Yeah,
tell
so if
everyone?
you could just,
Wonderful.
we're gonna wait for the hob to come back and do what it's been doing
Sweet.
these past nights.
Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
With the rations that I have, is there any sort of dairy product like a cheese or butter? Or...
Ambrose loaded you guys up with enough food for the journey, and he probably would have given you like some wrapped hard cheese.
I'm gonna take a chunk of that,
Mhm.
like a cheese. Let's try this.
That's a wonderful idea. And we sort of put it near the cow. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna set the trap, right? Cow, you with me? What's your name? Mulissa?
She doesn't know.
Okay, well, Mulissa, we're gonna set the cheese right here, which means the hob will probably come to you first. When it does, I need you to moo like you've never mooed before. And we will come
I can
and
do
handle
that.
this for you.
I
Thank
can
you
do
so
that.
much,
Yes,
Mulissa. We
yes.
really appreciate it.
Yes.
You're great. Anyone have anything else they'd like to say to the cow team?
I'd like to say thank you.
Right.
I turn to Aiden, and then I say, so you have some shiny things on you, do you?
I've just got this, so I just kind of hold the greatsword out.
Right, you had a little ball there, right?
Oh, we
You
gave
gave
it
it
away.
away.
Oh, that's right, I did give away.
Alright. Well, I'll just...
I could probably I have a dancing lights spell, so maybe I can make it interested by some fancy.
we could put a little piece of silver.
Let's save the
Set
dancing
piece.
lights. Because then later, if it comes, we can use that to distract it.
I don't-
Should we need to.
It seems to
Okay.
like the night. I don't know if it likes light. I think it might just like
That's a
light.
good point.
Alright, well, I guess we'll set a watch then. And we'll...
Alright. Well,
From inside the barn, yes.
inside
okay.
the barn, and then... Well,
So what's the watch order?
I'll put a little silver coin
'Kay.
right at the entryway to kind of lead it in
Okay.
to the cheese.
Cool.
I was gonna say I had some stuff I wanted to do back in town before night. We can do it after, before this. Anyway, just to remind you.
Okay. Can you do it in the morning?
No.
We've just already gone through it. It's probably too late.
Okay, I was gonna mention it, but we moved right on.
Oh, okay,
before
sorry.
asking when they just left me in the barn, you know.
Okay. Oh, because you're not there.
Yeah. I'm not there.
Oh, you're not there. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Yeah. Okay. What's the order of the watch?
How many watches do you think
I'll
we
be
need?
second.
I'll take the third.
Okay.
I'll do last watch then.
Yeah, I can double up on the first watch, but I want to be at the far end of the barn from the door, like in the complete darkness, since I have dark vision.
Okay. Cool.
So that way I can see anything that's coming from
Okay.
a while.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe. Wait, Aiden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would it make sense for you to be like right by the door of the barn to just quickly shut it?
I would probably leave it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'd probably be the most suited to try to do that.
Gotcha.
So wait, forgive me, but what is a hob?
A hob is it's a very short, small thing.
You'll know it when
Basically, whatever comes through this door tonight is going to be a hob.
I saw this.
Somebody should probably be on watch with him.
I saw what looked like a cat. Is that a hob?
No, that's a cat.
But it's small, like you said.
No.
I
Like he said.
I don't think that's a hob. But when something comes, so how about let's be on a watch together? How about that?
It's a good idea.
I think it'd be a good idea to have all of us on the watch with someone else. Two people awake per watch.
Okay, who's the last watch?
I think that's because I picked the last watch. So it'd probably be you and I then.
Yeah,
Cool.
You have the light spell is what you
We can take
Yeah.
first and second if you want, because you said about doubling up on first. Or is there enough people?
But I think we're all gonna double. I'll take 2 shifts because it was my idea.
Okay, cool.
Let's just come to an agreement. We're shooting to kill, yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
hold on.
I cannot see in the night, so if you could help with that with your spell, that would be perfect.
Yes, I can do that. So if I'm asleep, just yell and I'll instantly cast my dancing light spell.
Yeah, well, I happen to have some string on the bell too. We could use that. I don't know.
If you think it'll help.
Is that going to wake us up?
What if we just try to catch it and put it somewhere else?
Well, I
I
hope
don't
it
think we
disappears
have
though.
to kill it.
They keep disappearing.
I kind of do
What if we see
agree
it and it
with
goes-
Sylvie.
it
Why,
disappears?
what's the point in killing it if we can maybe just capture it? And as long as it's leaving them alone.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's leaving it alone, that's fine. I just want to get paid.
Can we sell it?
Ooh. I like your
That's
thinking.
Slavery, Aiden.
I
Can't sell a person.
No, I'm not
Wait,
saying
is it a person?
You kill a
Well,
person.
that's the thing.
Have some dignity.
Wait, do I think
No
of
one's
it as a
explained
person?
to me what
It's a
exactly
she.
this thing is.
Oh, it's a she?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm thinking it looks like a little sheep.
So it's a person. So it's like
It's-
Cain.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think so.
wait, maybe we could convince it to go. What was the troop that we saw earlier?
Oh, like the little like with quicker.
Yeah, maybe we could convince it to go meet up with Quicker.
So it's actually like it can think. So it's not just like a creature.
Presumably.
Presumably. We'll see. We'll catch it. Well,
Yeah,
at
so
least
then why would we?
close the door, force a conversation, and then if it's hostile, tries to attack us, then we have to kill it.
It's probably a stealth sheep. Hoo
I also have a spell that is very loud. It'll wake y'all up. All right.
All right.
All right. Let's take our shifts.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet. As you guys, some of you go to sleep and some of you stay up late into the night as you two are on your watch.
The most equipped people to deal with this.
Was I before you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
As we're switching, I'm gonna go to you and like, you're really gonna need all the help your women get. And I like look at him and my eyes just like kind of twinkle. And they come over and your eyes kind of twinkle and you now have eyes of night. And you can see up to 300 feet in dark vision.
As you're just like,
What did you just do?
16
What did you do to me?
I'm already walked away.
Oh,
it's just, you're just like,
Sylvie and I are off to sleep.
wonderful. Eventually, as you guys are watching carefully, you see the barn door creak open just ever so slightly.
So like just start hitting Vario.
As you see a little dude pop his head in.
A little dude.
What's this little dude look like?
He has little beady black eyes, a
Ew.
big ol' nose, huge floppy ears, big, oversized hands. He's not even a foot tall. He's wearing like a potato sack, as are the only clothes that he has. As this little guy comes flopping into the room.
I've ever seen something like that.
Ew,
In my
what
entire
the disgusting
I
looking.
love it. I love it. I love the
I've seen something
wild
like that
looks.
in my entire life.
You have never seen anything like this in your life. As he comes in, looking around, as he starts, he's like creeping through. As he goes up, you can see he has the silver coin at his side. He's like lugging it along. As he goes up, he sniffs the cheese. He goes up to the cow. As soon as he starts down, the cow goes.
I'm like immediately up. Like I jump 30
And I
As
cast
it-
dancing lights
it jumps
and
back.
light up the room.
You cast dancing.
I have
Roll initiative.
Yeah, actually, roll for initiative.
I'm going to put Vigilant Blessing on myself.
What does that do?
I get advantage on initiative.
I think you already had to do that ahead of time, so it's an action, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Vigilant Blessing. It is. Yeah, I have to
Am I
pass
not
it.
rolling initiative?
Yeah, you have to have that already active.
I did?
Show me you rolled an 11.
Oh, really? What is going on? Clear all.
That was 6.
I'm kidding.
Oh
Vigilant
no!
Blessing would have been so helpful. I got a 1.
It's not.
And
Okay, I gotta
no
reload the
mo-
page.
or it's a
But our viewers are getting
Aw.
$100
Yeah.
That's true. Every natural one.
Wonderful.
I got a 12.
Okay, there we go. It's rolling. Oh!
As
Oh no.
hold on, as dancing lights blasts through the room.
I
Let me get the cards out.
run to the door and slam it shut.
Okay.
Wait, isn't that what you were doing or no?
Yeah.
All right. Did anybody get higher than 20? 15 to 20.
I got 16.
You got 16.
Nice.
Well, he's gonna go first.
Oh wow.
Shit.
He got an 18.
Wheels
Wheel, shoot, and then Booker, and then 10 to 15.
10.
I got 12.
Okay, so if 10 is the second place for you guys, that's a little. I'm having a hard time. Okay, and then Aiden, and then Danielle, what'd you get?
3.
What'd you get? Did you get a natural one?
I got 4.
You got
It
4.
was not a natural one. Oh, I beat you!
I got a 1 and then plus 2.
So are we going to be able to get a full rest after this? Or
You will have a point of exhaustion tomorrow if you don't get a full 8 hours sleep. But
just
you
wondering,
did.
If we spend spells, we're not going to have them in the morning. Is that correct?
If you get the full long rest, you will. But you're.
We're gonna get this done quickly.
You'll
Then
probably
won't
have to
we?
sleep. You'll probably have to sleep in at this point. All right, his turn is first. As you close the door, you cast dancing lights, filling the room. As all this chaos just ensued, I should have played music.
Yeah, and either Kinsley or Aiden closed the barn doors.
Yeah, I did.
You did, okay.
Just music.
For this tiny little thing.
Oh man.
We have no idea what it's capable of.
As he takes his hands, as he claps them together, weaving some sigils, as a little puff of smoke appears, filling the room actually, as it just, and then as I need all of you guys to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh dear.
Is this magical?
It is magical.
Oh
Wow.
This is a charm, if that is something, if you have advantage against being charmed.
I have
Oh.
a 23.
I do.
16.
16.
19.
You succeed.
23.
You succeed, you succeed. What'd you get?
23.
You succeed.
I'm going to use my favored by the gods. Oh no, wait. Yeah, that's not even anything. Yeah, never mind. I'll just take it. I got a 3.
You got a 3, you fail.
Oh,
You're
Booker.
now confused.
The worst thing of all.
You can't take reactions, and you have to roll a d10 at the start of each of your turns to determine your behavior. As that's all it can do. As it runs up to the wall and then starts running up the wall. As it's now halfway up the barn wall. Michael, your turn. Roll a d10.
I got a 6.
6. You can't move or take actions as you're just like, I don't know what's going on.
But I can take bonus actions.
No, you can't do anything.
Can't take a turn.
Okay.
Yeah, your turn is skipped. On to Kinsley.
I'm just gonna like sprint after it and just try to like grab it.
Okay. It's halfway up the barn wall. It ran up the wall.
Okay, I'll use Shape Water. I'm gonna cast Shape Water and using like the liquid off my own body, sort of like try to encapsulate it in a bubble.
If you can run up to it, I'm not sure. Move for other chains of flow water. Up to 5 feet. This movement doesn't have first cause damage. So it's an action to move the water, and then it would be another action to freeze the water.
Can I just hold it in sort of like an aquatic, like
You can try.
I'm gonna try to hold it.
Okay. As you bending the water out, water bending.
Yes.
As you get him in the bubble, he's gonna make. What's your spell save DC?
How do I know that?
It should be on your character sheet on your stats.
Oh, that's not the music we want.
I don't remember. What's your? Do you know what? Oh, spell type +5.
That was kind of right.
S-
So it'd be
From 8,
15?
it's usually 8 plus 5,
That'd be
so
13. It just barely succeeds as it just like starts flapping its big arms and ears as it gets out of the water. Anything else with bonus action? Anything?
I just am sort of like fluttering around like everyone, like, quick, grab it!
Cool. Aiden, your turn.
Yeah, can I try to go up and grapple him?
It's up the wall, so it's about 10 feet up.
I'm like,
Oh yeah, you're 7 feet tall. You're fine. You're fine.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay, you go ahead and make a grapple check.
It's been a while since I've done a grapple. Is that strength?
Yes, it's athletics check.
Athletics.
Oh, wait, no. Is it an grapple?
Sorry, I should have checked that.
Yeah, I literally forget
I
grappling
just
every single
grapple
time.
is one. I never use it. So
Yeah,
I thought that was strength.
You're the best.
I know it's with strength.
That's what I figured.
Where's the?
Grapple. You make a grapple check.
Tell us what that is. You can use the attack action to make a special melee attack.
So it's just like
And it replaces one of your attacks. Yeah, make an unarmed strike, basically. Oh, it is technically an athletics check.
Oh, it is?
If you have athletics, yeah.
Oh, it's the same thing. 11.
11. That just barely succeeds. As you grab its hand, its speed is now 0. You can you can carry a grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved. But it is 2 sizes smaller than you, so you can move as normal.
I will carry it.
As you just grab it and carry it.
Where, so how far distance from where I am to the outside of the barn?
From where you are then to the door is about 20 feet away.
Okay, I'd like to move 20 feet.
Oh no, are you just gonna let it go?
No, I'm holding it. I'm getting it outside of the barn.
Okay.
I'm like,
Yeah, so as far as I can move 30 feet outside of the barn.
Yeah.
But the
and
door's
just-
closed, though.
Yeah, they did close the doors.
Oh, the door's closed, and I probably can't because I'm gripping it, so I can't.
Right,
open the door.
probably not.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like I'm sitting at the door.
Okay.
I'm just grabbing it.
Cool.
Go.
All right. Vario.
All right. Yeah, I want to take my Morning Star. I can use Booming Blade and just tap it on its head, so that way it's sheathed.
So if it moves,
it takes damage.
okay.
And then I want to be like,
Sure.
if you try to escape, we will hurt you.
So I'm gonna still have you make an attack roll.
Okay.
Just 'cause technically you'll have to, but
Sure.
you have advantage. Wait, no. If it's restrained, he has advantage. It's only grappled, not restrained.
Is it prone?
Isn't? Because I'm holding it.
it's pretty restrained.
It is tiny.
It's it's like
Sure,
I've got
it's restrained.
massive hands.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so
Technically,
I
but that makes sense.
attack with advantage.
Yep.
Actions.
And non-lethal damage, just because you're.
Yeah, non-lethal. Yeah, of course. Ooh, that was a bad one. Hopefully this is better. That is not much better. Okay, I doubt I hit anything. 9. With advantage.
That's with advantage.
Correct.
You hit his hand.
So he hits me.
No,
So
you.
if I move,
No. You're fine.
Oh.
You're fine. He doesn't. Yeah.
I am like, damn, it's too small. I like,
Little paper cut.
I like freak out. Like I just like swing blindly.
ouch.
Ow.
Owie.
And then I want to use as a bonus action. I want to use my hex blades. No, never mind. That's not even relevant. Just kidding. Okay, I'm done.
Cool. On to Sylvie.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Don't be afraid. I'm gonna go to sleep now, and I'm gonna cast sleep."
You're gonna
Nice.
cast sleep. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. Good thinking.
That is good.
"22."
22. Give me 1 second.
That thing has 22 hit points. Better not.
Good.
You weaving the magic as you cast the spell on it. The spell comes on it, but nothing happens.
I can't be charmed. Dang it.
Magic can't put Faye to sleep.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can't be put to sleep either.
Oh, okay.
As it just looks at you and its
Okay.
ears quiver.
Oh, of course.
That's a good try.
Oh, well, that was, I still have, huh?
Is that a spell slot?
Yeah, it was. It's fine, though.
Oh.
Okay, I am gonna. Wait, I can't because that's an action. Dang it! I was gonna do thaumaturgy.
Yeah, I think
It is an action.
It was extra.
Just and that didn't work. Booker, help.
I'm just standing there confused. Like,
Oh yeah.
On to top of the round. Its turn. As it looks at you.
Yeah, but it's,
As its ears clap the top of its head as it casts polymorph on you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh
5.
No!
You fail as you all of a sudden just shoop. You're a little goat.
No!
As the hob falls to the ground.
It
And
takes damage. Falling for at least 5 feet.
is it at least 5
Yeah.
feet?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought it was 10 feet or more.
I'm pretty sure it's 5 feet.
He's a nifty little guy.
That's fine if he doesn't. I'm just saying.
I don't think he would.
Oh.
That's fair.
As he scurries, he's next to the door. As he scurries towards the door.
cool. So do I roll a d10 again?
Roll a d10.
Doesn't he take an attack of opportunity from them? Because it just left combat range?
It.
From Jordan?
Yeah.
Since Jordan tried to do the same
Do I
thing.
get an attack of opportunity on it?
As a goat.
Yes.
Well, actually, that's a good question.
I'm trying to think of. I think technically you would.
Okay.
So dry down my throat.
Run me attack.
Woman blood.
Action.
Boom.
Morning star.
I love how you have a blank
22.
22 hits. Roll for damage.
All right. 7
Are you doing-
non-lethal damage.
7 points of non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
As he's running away, you just because you hit him in the head as he just falls to the ground unconscious.
Oh yeah, yeah! Thanks, Obama.
He's unconscious? Yeah.
Does he come back?
He's
also
on-
come back.
Do I'm back to normal?
Yeah, as you as
So we both come back.
as you.
That was a little bit more of a fight than I was expecting. And I don't even remember what happened.
You guys are so tired. It's so late in the night.
I just like to go over and pick it up by the foot.
Okay.
So,
We just take this thing to our rooms and go get payment and leave.
Yeah. Sure.
We need
Well-
to tie its ears down or something so it can't cast magic on us.
Wait,
why am I not just giving it to the couple?
Oh, we could do that.
Just give it to the couple.
Yeah,
They'll
let
take our
them-
payment. They live right here.
I kind of actually want to meet this thing. I know it sounds strange, but
It turned you into a goat.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I've never been a goat before. That was a first for me.
Did you enjoy it?
It was interesting.
Alright, I'm gonna start walking back to the house.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys head back to the house.
Yep.
They are asleep, so you can wake them up if you'd like.
Let's do it.
As you guys knock on the door. As
Oh, I'm taking.
Thaumaturgy. No one knows like slam
like,
I'm bringing the donkey with us. Also.
you bring the donkey out. Cool. You guys bring the donkey out as they just. Good morning. Have you taken care of the home?
We have. Yeah. It's not quite morning.
Where is it?
It's in
So
our
I'm
big feller's
busy
hands.
wrapping it in 50 feet of hempen rope.
Give it here.
I pull out like a little hat and I put it on his head so his ears can't move.
You give him clothes.
No. No, I don't. I think better of it. I'll take that hat back.
Out of curiosity, what are you planning on doing with it?
Honey, get the hatchet.
Oh.
Vermin or vermin.
And I go and steal it and I run away.
Start running away.
Yeah.
Okay, she's like,
Check
Well.
for that.
I am technically holding it.
would you let her take it, or
Huh? I let her take it. Yeah,
you let
that's
her
true.
take it? And she just starts running away. She's like,
I'm running away with the
as long as the hob doesn't come back, she's
We'll,
gone.
we'll make sure it doesn't come back.
As long as it never comes back. Well, here's your 4 gold pieces.
Oh, thank you
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
much. You're
We're
too
gonna
kind.
go back to bed.
All right. Have a good one, folks. Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
If you ever need a professional, thank you for my service. And if you ever need a professional for anything at all ever again, please let us know. Bye bye. And we go.
As you wish. Good night. As they go back to bed. Sawyer, what did you do in the meantime?
So they walked out the door, and I go up to the innkeeper, and I'm like,
So and this is earlier in the night
Yeah,
when
as
they
soon
were
as they
leaving
leave,
the tavern. Yeah.
I go up to the innkeeper, and I'm like, I'll give you silver for some information.
What information are you looking for?
Are there any books in town? Any individual with a single book?
Books?
Book.
I don't read.
Anyone in town?
You'd probably have to head up to Carthana for that. So that's where they do the fancy things.
No leads, not a single person who might have a book.
I mean, my gran had a book.
Your gran had a book. Where is she?
She's dead
Where's the book?
in her grave.
Oy
Where's the grave?
Where do you ask?
Just curious.
Make a deception check.
I can read books through the ground. 4.
Like, you stay away from my gran.
Alright then, I go out into the town and I
Okay.
just have the bat kind of flying. Like, I don't know if I need to roll stealth for it. It's like stealthily looking in people's windows and stuff, trying to
Okay.
see if any
Make
of
a
the
stealth check
houses
for the
have
bat.
books.
Books.
What is the bats? Oh, plus, is that Dex for stealth?
Yeah.
20?
20? Yeah, sweet. As he's flying very stealthily. As you're going through, it's a small farming village. There's not much around here. As he's flying through, let's see. Have him make a perception check, but it's looking through your eyes, so it's your perception.
Perfect. Is this investigation or not?
It's not.
That's fine. I got a natural 20.
Nice, nice.
Amazing.
Yeah, in one of the farmhouses, you can see, like, in their top on a desk, it looks like an old family heirloom, like this thick book.
I'm gonna, like, kind of take my mirror out and fix myself up and kind of, make myself look presentable, and I'm gonna go knock on the door.
You knock on the door. There's no answer.
I knock louder.
You knock louder. Eventually, you start to just faintly hear footsteps. You hear footsteps coming from the upstairs, headed downstairs. As then eventually, the door unlocks as it creaks open. As a little old lady opens the door. Yes.
I'm sorry to bother you this late in the evening. I was just curious. I'm a bit of a studier, and if there was any possibility of you having any books that I could read, I would certainly pay you, and I could read it in your presence.
You read it in my presence. I do have an old family book that my father gave to me. I haven't opened it in a long time. It's rather boring.
I'll be very careful with it, and I'll give you a single silver if you let me read it.
Oh, well, I think we could do that. Just be very careful with it. It's got so much memories inside it.
I promise I'll be careful.
Okay, wonderful.
Any question? What did your father do?
Oh, my father was a traveler. He went all over the place, but he had a business up in Derry.
Derry? Oh, good to know. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
And I hand her the silver.
Silver. She's like, oh, come on inside. Would you like a cup of tea?
I would love some.
I've got
My
some.
face lightens up.
I
I'm like,
made
"What
some
kind of
cookies
tea?"
earlier as well, if you like a cookie.
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. Come on
I
inside.
give her another silver.
She brings you into her house. She brings you in and puts the kettle on. As she comes out with a little tray of cookies and sets them on the table, she goes, I'll go get the book. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna look her up and down and try and pick out any little loose string of clothing or any detail.
Okay, make an investigation check.
How nice she is. Throws off the table. That's 21.
21.
22.
22. She, as you look her over, she has really noticeable smile lines. She looks like a really kind old lady. Based on the wear on her clothes, you can tell she's been working like her whole life. It looks like she has very weathered hands. You do notice as she's walking up the stairs, there's a scar that runs up her calf. Looks like a knife wound. Yeah.
Cool. I trust her.
Cool. As she walks upstairs. Eventually, she comes back down holding this heavy-looking book. As she comes and sets it on the table, she goes, "What's your name, by the What's your name, by the way, laddie?"
Oh, I apologize. I'm Sawyer.
Well, Sawyer,
And I
it's
kiss her
nice
hand.
to meet you. You can call me Gran.
Granny?
Gran.
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 It's great to meet you, Gran.
Oh, it's great to meet you too, Sawyer. Well, this book, I believe it's it's more of a history book than anything else.
History's fine.
It's just about the kings of Adera.
History's fine. I do a brief skim through to see if there's any mention of any arcane focuses or magic or anything like that.
There's not much mention of magic. It does note the first king. So these are the kings of Durlan. I mean, not Adira. Let me pull up my document.
I'm also going to be ritual casting detect magic.
Okay. So the first king of Durlan was called Cuvail. It's spelled Cumhail. His name is Cuvail, the son of Kesser. He wielded a sword called Greenhra. which was a blade of pure sunlight, it says. He drove the Morrigan from the
the sword
lands. Greenra. Greinhra. He used it to drive the Morrigan from the lush lands. The Morrigan is often depicted. You read about her in the book a little bit. She's depicted as a woman in black, surrounded by ravens. Extremely pale skin. It's not to be evil. He established Cathair, a mighty fortress at the base of Mount Ladir, which you would know as the capital of Durlan. And near Cathair is Derry, the big city. So he had the blade of pure sunlight. The old kings used to be powerful knights and warriors, as you're reading through, until eventually they're more just political figureheads. The current king is King Ferridan. Ferridan. And Cathair is spelled Chathair. The city, the capital.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
And the sword Greenra was passed down to his sons, but eventually it was lost. It doesn't tell how it was lost. It just stops mentioning the sword. It used to be known as the Sword of Kings.
What was the last mention of it?
That would be. Give me 1 second. It was a king called Domel Anil. Domel is spelled Domnall. Domel, it was spelled so Domel, then Uaneill. Domel Anil. You could just say O'Neill. It'd be easier.
Okay. Sweet.
Cool. And Domel, it does note he was originally from Helene, which is one of the fiefdoms of Durlan to the north.
In Helene?
Helene, Halainn.
Any mention of like a battle that it was lost in, or?
No,
stops
it just stops mentioning
Cool.
after Domel.
Cool. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you're welcome, laddie. You could come by any time.
Oh, I'll make sure of it.
You're a sweet boy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sleep well. And she, with her slippers, just hobbles on back to bed.
Okay, sweet. I go back to the inn.
Cool. That's where we're going to take our break. We'll try to be back at 8:35. Welcome back to Grandeur Adventure, the show where a bunch of us dorks sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. Austin is coughing. Michael's... Wow, okay. We're having a great time.
Just slapped him.
Stop coughing.
He did. It's like
Well, it worked. Duh. All right, so you guys went to sleep. You slept peacefully through the rest of the night, sleeping into the morning a little bit. It is not far to Carthana from here. You'll be able to make it before nightfall in the afternoon is when you will arrive in Carthana.
Wee woogie.
Woogie woogie.
I know how fast the postal service is in these parts. Like if I would like to send that letter that we found back to Royden.
Great question. People typically use all sorts of different messenger creatures to send letters to each other. People use owls, people use ravens, people use bloodhawks, people use all sorts of different things.
Is there a postal office around that in this small town that does that?
Not in this town, but in there would be an owlry in Carthana.
Does the tavern deal with messages at all?
The tavern here?
Like, yeah.
And not in this town. No.
What did we do with the?
With the hob? Yeah. Okay, what are we gonna do about that?
Why don't we use the hob? to
You
build-
have the
With
hob.
them.
What are you doing with it?
Send the
We
hob.
need to do that.
Let's talk while we
With your
travel,
arm.
so that we
No,
don't.
no, no, no. We need to do this the night before because he was only unconscious. He will wake up.
Well, so you had.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You.
Yeah, so I run away. You guys are still at the house.
Yeah.
I took him out. I was like, no, don't hurt them. And then I ran away.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna run after her because she's a child.
You do so. You take off after Sylvie. Sylvie, they are now pursuing you.
Sylvie.
So while I'm running, the moon's up.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at the moon like, what should I do? Where should I take him?
I'm gonna treat this kind of like the augury spell, where you're asking like wheel or woe or wheel and woe, and
Wheel and woe.
as you see two of the little symbols come down and float to you as they start spinning around each other, signaling wheel and woe. Good and bad.
Good and bad. Okay. I'm gonna keep running to the. I want to get as far away as possible from this house.
Okay.
Okay, and then.
That'd be into town, I guess. Or do you want to go into town or just away?
Yeah, I can go into town. Take him to my room. I'm looking at.
She goes. You guys see her run
like,
up into the
hot on her
tavern
trail.
as you guys are hot on her trail. Awesome. As you run up in your room, do you lock your door?
No, I don't like it.
Can I walk into her and I'm like, Sylvie? Hey. What's going on?
They threatened him with their hatchet. That didn't sound very nice.
No, it didn't. What are you gonna do with it now?
I'm gonna talk to him and maybe try and reason with him.
Okay. Well, we could. Is he still tied up? Well, how about we close the door and we try to wake him? See what he says.
That's what I was planning on.
Okay. Can I help you? Okay. I'm gonna go and close the door instead of put a chair underneath it so
Okay.
it can't move.
Are any of you, all of you guys in there, or?
I'll stand in the hallway and I'll just whisper and I'll be like, should we maybe tie his ears?
So I wrapped him in 50 feet of him.
But is his ears included?
Literally,
Yeah, I did him entire his
Okay.
entire.
It's
body.
like
You
his
can barely
face.
see
So
him.
he can talk. He did a little
Yeah, I gave him a little freaking talk.
It's like a baby in a swaddling
No, he's
Okay, who's in there and where are you guys? Sawyer you are in your room at this point as you hear them come back late in the night.
I'll stand in the hallway.
You're standing in the hallway.
I'm trying to figure out what to do with the donkey.
Okay, so you're not in there. Yeah, you're with the donkey.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a freaking donkey, so.
Austin, are you in there?
If you feel like I'm happy to hold him so he can't get away, or unless you feel like you both have his down.
I think I can probably hold him. Sorry.
I'm going to pass out. I'm going to
Yeah,
bed.
it's like, yeah, I'll go to bed. I think we can handle this.
Sawyer, you hear them come back. Would you like to?
No.
Okay, it's just the two of you. As you are both in there, you shove a chair under the door.
I mean, I can probably hear from the.
Yeah, you'll be able to hear them from the hallway. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna sort of just hold him because he can't really move.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, Sylvie, do you want to poke his nose and see if he wakes up? Very gently. You moved very quickly. Okay, well, go ahead.
I'm gonna go up to him and just kind of very gently poke his nose, just kind of wiggle it around. Like, hello.
Hello.
Let's see.
Don't be afraid, it's okay. See, they were gonna hurt you, but I decided that to give you a chance. I mean, you don't know if anybody can do good if you can't let them try first, right?
You can see his ears are vibrating under the ropes as he's As he speaks a language that you can't understand. He is speaking she. You do speak she.
I also speak.
You also speak she, as you both understand. As he's like, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me.
I speak back in she. I'm not gonna hurt you, I promise, okay? In fact, I saved you from people hurting you. Does that count for something?
They gave me clothes, so I took their butter.
Well, that actually wasn't very nice, you see.
They deserved it.
Why did they deserve it?
They gave me clothes.
What's so offensive about that? I don't understand.
You wouldn't understand.
Well, can you try and explain it to me?
Well, you see, my people used to be enslaved, and clothes were how they kept us trapped. And so, it kind of hurts our feelings. It's a little bit insensitive, I think, of the traumas of the past. Can I go? Well, what's your name?
My name is Sylvie. What's your name?
Speak up just a little bit.
My name is Sylvie. What's your name?
My name.
Do you not have a name?
I don't remember if I have a name. Will you name me?
Butter.
Butter.
I'll name you
What's
Butter.
my favorite snack?
I know. I guessed it might be.
That's a really good name.
Well,
Well, on behalf of those people, I apologize for their insensitivity.
thank you for your apology.
No. If I let you go, which is my true intention, you have to promise that you won't try and steal their butter again, okay?
Well, how else will I eat?
Well, here, how about, and I'm gonna take like 3 days of the rations that I have, and I'm gonna give it to him.
It's like the size of him.
Is it? Maybe like a day, which will probably sustain him for just a hot
Wow.
second. Here, there was this troop that we thought, you could probably find them and join them. Why don't you take this so you have something to eat,
True.
and then you can meet with them?
Where are they going?
They're going back to the kingdom of the she, the king.
They're going to see the king.
They're
I've
going
only
Cool
heard stories of Cool. I've only heard stories of him.
It's time to go home. It's all right.
It's time to go home.
It's time to go home. Now,
Oh,
Now, do you promise to go that way and not bother this family again?
I promised. Make an insight check.
8.
Please tell the truth.
all right. We're going to unwrap you now.
Okay.
And now I know it's insensitive to give you some clothes, but I'm gonna leave a little hat here on the bed. Just a little hat. I'm just leaving it,
You just heard a story. I don't
just in
think
case someone needs a hat.
I don't
Just in case their ears get cold.
butter. Look at me, butter.
His heirs, Sylvie.
I don't think that's a good
Fine,
idea.
fine.
Just
Save the
leave
hat for
that
someone else.
out.
I knitted it myself. Save it for somebody else. It's fine, Butter. Don't worry about it. Taking the hat. I'm not gonna leave a hat.
On behalf of Kinsley, I apologize.
Don't want his ears to get cold.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Why did you?
I don't know. I thought one of his ears get cold.
20! Not nat 20.
Not natural, dirty 20,
20.
okay. He's like-
Dirty 20.
Okay. I'm gonna go home. And I might meet the king.
Now, do you want me to take away those clothes that the people gave you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's still tied up.
You untie him
Yeah.
as he's. As you can see, he has little knit socks that he's wearing. That he takes them off his feet down to the strips down to only his little tiny potato sack. See, he tosses them at you and he goes,
Now, how does that feel?
"Good.
Okay.
I'm gonna go home now."
Okay.
Can I walk you out?
Yeah.
I like reach out my hand to like walk up with you. And we walk down the stairs and outside.
While he's walking.
Wait,
out,
do this like this.
While he's walking out, I just hand him the little silver piece that he found initially, and I just gave it to him.
Aww.
So he like holds it under his arms. It's way bigger than he can hold. As you walk him down,
Worth of rations.
yeah, big pack of rations on his back as he heads downstairs. As you open the door, see.
Bye, butter.
Bye bye.
From the window, I'm like,
Bye.
I'm wearing that.
As he turns, he smells the cool night air and starts skipping away.
He's not skipping towards the farm, is he?
No, he's not.
And I lean forward out of the shadows. I'm like, okay, and then I go back in.
He like runs. Wonderful. And then you guys go to sleep.
Go to bed.
Okay.
Wonderful. You go to sleep in the night. You awake in the morning, gather your things, and head out for Carthana. You travel through the hills all day along. Yep.
Can we stop by the ladies on the way out?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I knock on the door. Oh, I'm like, if it's all right with you all, I have a little stop we can make.
Here, seriously, what do you want to visit?
I've made some friends.
Really?
Oh, they're.
Have you been productive?
Oh, I believe so.
All right.
Do
Well,
they
I
need a
read
hat?
many tales about great kings.
well, you know I love friends. Let's head out then.
So we go up to the house and I knock on the door.
You knock on the door, as eventually the door creaks open as actually a younger boy opens the door. It's like, hello.
Is Gran in?
Oh yeah. Are you looking for Gran?
I'm looking for Gran.
Gran, you've got company.
What's your name?
My name's William.
William, I'm Sawyer.
Nice to meet you, Sawyer. So he shakes your hand and he's like, she's, what's that, Gran? Oh, she says come on inside, right up to her as he just welcomes you inside.
I come in and I'm announcing as I come in. I'm like, Gran, I've brought some friends for tea.
Oh, send them upstairs.
Upstairs? Mm-hmm. Oh, we're going upstairs.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
I want to look at Granny. I'm like, are you creepy or are you...
Make a metagaming insight check.
Does she have pies?
oh, no! Oh, no.
Little inside joke for people who are familiar with D&D campaign.
16.
16. She's a very, very kind old woman.
Okay, yeah.
As you guys come up into her room, she's laying in bed with the covers pulled up as she's just sitting there. Welcomes you in. Who are your friends?
Oh,
It's wonderful to see you again.
it's great to see you. You said I could come in any time, and I just wanted to bid you a farewell as we're heading out of town.
Oh, wonderful.
Or you see you're in bed. Are you feeling all right?
I hurt my hip last night, but it's nothing much.
What happened?
I was just going to the bathroom late at night and just tripped.
Well, I mean, if you could trouble us for some tea, I believe we could make you feel bright and young again.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not going to get out of bed today. I'm just going to rest a while, but...
Just you wait and see. And I lean in, and I was like, is there anyone who could help make her feel a bit better?
Would healing word work? Okay, I'm gonna cast healing word.
Cast Healing Word. Go ahead and roll.
The D4.
What am I doing?
Open it up.
Help!
So you're going to cast... D4 plus your spell.
Would that even work?
If she had metal implants, it would.
Okay, 4.
4 points of healing.
4 points of healing as you cast healing word as she. Oh, that feels a bit better.
Sea will make you young again.
Thank you. I hope your journey to Carthana is very peaceful indeed.
Indeed.
My name is Kinsley.
You're
Hi.
a strange lass.
Well, yeah.
What are you?
I'm
In all my years, I've never seen a woman like you.
Oh, well, I used to be a water nymph. But I'm not anymore.
What happened?
Something about her, like, has me really disarmed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, there was a bit of an accident when I was little.
An accident. Oh, dearie, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Is there anything I can do for you?
No, but actually, do you have any bugs?
Any what?
Any bugs? I've
Bugs?
I need some bugs. It's been a bit, actually. It's probably
I
been
think my young Willie sometimes likes to collect the fireflies. He might have some fireflies.
Oh, that'd be good. I'm gonna go downstairs and talk to Willie.
Casey just walk out. As Willie's like, I mean, yeah, I like to collect fireflies. What's up?
Are you willing to spare any?
For some money, I would.
How about for a tiny hat?
How about for 2 silver?
2 silver! I like the way you think, but no. I'll just catch my own bugs. Thanks for trying anyway. Do you have a need for a tiny hat, though? I knitted it myself.
I don't.
Alright. And I just sort of wait outside.
Okay. Anything else, Colin? With Granny?
No, just gonna bid her adieu. And
Wonderful to see you again, Colin.
if we ever Sawyer,
You totally called him.
Sawyer.
if we ever stop back in town, Gron, we'll make sure to see you on the way.
Oh, wonderful. Enjoy the journey.
We'll do. We head out.
From, like, outside the building, I'm like, thanks, bye!
I'll go up to the little boy, or the boy.
Mm-hmm. He's like a teenage boy.
Yeah. And I'll be like, I heard that you may have some bugs to spare.
I've got fireflies. I catch them.
Could I have them?
I can sell you some.
How much?
2 silver.
How about 9 copper?
Make a persuasion check.
16.
16, so he's like, I can give you a handful. So he goes and he brings you back a little jar of fireflies.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do something out here. I'll do that in a second. Alright, I'll take it. And then, thank you, and then I'll go outside. Kinsley,
Yes.
here we go. I heard you wanted it.
Well, thank you. And I sort of, like, hurriedly wash away. Because I'm a mess. I'm putting them in my bag. Like, shh, I know her. She's really sweet. She can hold you right now.
I'm gonna come up to you like, what's the matter with her?
No, I really don't know.
Okay. Do you know? Never mind.
Yeah, we head out of town.
Kinsley's having a mental breakdown.
Like, let's go, enough dawdling.
As you guys head out of the village, you travel throughout the day fairly peacefully until eventually you crest a hill as the great city of Carthana starts to come into view.
No, keep going. It's good.
So you guys are traveling in north of the river. There's a river that as you crest the hill, you can see as it loops in around from the south, then goes and goes right near Carthana. Carthana goes right up to the river. It's a walled city that goes all the way around. There's a little village outside of it. It's like up on a... So as the path goes up on the north side of the river cuts through, and there's what looks like a cliffside ridge on either side. And the water kind of cascades down as there's like paths that lead up to where Carthana rests on top here. Not really. It's there's just like a raised landmass where the city rests on.
It's kind of on a hill.
Yeah, kind of on a hill.
Like a plateau.
A little bit, but the river still cuts through it. They have these big gates on either. So there's the wall wraps around the city, and then there's gates at the end of the walls where it meets the river, to where it looks like they can raise massive nets up that completely block off both sides of the river in the mid portion of the port. On the other side of the river, there's all sorts of different buildings and mills. It looks like there's a big lumber mill. There's a big building there with actually a big sign that says Sinnigan Stout on it. You guys would know this is where Sinnigan Stout was made.
Wow.
In the city, the road goes up and then winds up. There's kind of a hill where there's a palace that rests on top of the hill. As you guys come up to
Palace.
Carthana.
I'm gonna do the same thing with Strahd in here that I did in the last city. Have him fly around and look through windows for books.
Okay. So you guys are... That's just like far away. Like
Once we get there.
Yeah, okay. So you guys are coming up the north side. There's a ferry that crosses the river, then the main road that leads up to the gate. The ferry charge is 5 copper a person.
Is there... We, met a game here, but do we have any pirates?
Indeed we do.
You may not know this, but you can acquire us free passage on a ferry.
I did know that.
Oh.
Only because you told me last session. Guess who's getting free passage? I can't remember what my accent is.
We're going to role-play that, because those kinds of things are role-played.
Great. So I don't...
As you guys come up to the ferry, there's a little old man that sits that just is waiting at the boat. There's a couple people waiting for the ferry to take off as you guys come right up to the ferry.
Hello?
It's a fairly nice day as well. It's just some dotted clouds in the sky.
I'm a sailor, and I was wondering if we and my team here could have some passage. That's all right.
1 second.
I have my eyes are even more sunken in than usual because I've been crying. I'm
Make a persuasion check.
okay.
Do well.
She got a natural 1.
8.
Did you get a natural one?
No, 7.
7. As he's just like, you don't seem to be from around here.
Doesn't mean I'm not a sailor. I sort of give him a, come on. Come on.
It's free for you. 5 copper for the rest.
No. I'm sorry. This is my scurvy crew. Obviously. They go with me.
Yes, 3 for you and 5 copper for the rest.
Have you heard of High Rope the Terrible, perhaps?
Why?
Friend of mine.
You're friends with High Rope the Terrible.
Oh, yeah. Actually, we're such good friends. He calls me Higher Rope the Terrible.
I wouldn't think a notorious pirate lord like High Rope the Terrible would call somebody Higher Rope the Terrible.
Well,
Make a deception check.
23.
Nat 20. Hey!
Now, wouldn't you think, if a notorious pirate would say something like that about me, what manner of pirate I might be?
Just shut up and get on the ferry.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna give him a silver.
As he bows his head a little bit.
I actually believe her, like, her lie that she was like, oh wow.
I think
Come on, everybody, let's go.
Yeah.
funny.
Yep.
I go, come on, McNugget. That's what I named the donkey.
I
Have we heard of the pirate that she referenced?
You have.
Have I?
You have it.
It just sounds impressive, so like, oh wow.
Would I?
What would I know about that pirate?
No, you wouldn't. You would know him to be very notorious. He leaves. Did you describe him?
Well, he's probably the most, from where I'm from, most notorious pirate. Kind of, I don't know what to say. Old middle-aged,
What's he notorious for?
killing people and taking their ships. Pirate stuff, you know.
Okay.
What's his full name?
High rope with a terrible.
Pirate.
He rose into.
We had a nasty run-in a few years back.
PTSD. As you
Anyway.
guys head across the ferry over. Okay, so you guys cross the river, and then there's then you follow the path that leads up to the city.
I think it's not like we saved all that much money. Go.
You just really had to,
No,
really about pride.
I'm all down
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
As you guys head up to Carthana. Everybody, passive perception. Sawyer and Kinsley has the highest passive perception. As you guys are coming up, you notice there's a group trying to enter the city, just going through customs. Basically, they're taking a shipment into the city. They have a wagon, and there's some people around it. A group that looks like they've been traveling for a long time. And as you guys are headed up to them, there's kind of a breeze blowing through. As the breeze brushes past them, one of the men standing towards the back, his cloak billows back for a second. As you notice on his arm is the tattoo of a red dragon.
Oh, I'm gonna look the guy up and down.
She
instant.
sees this.
Oh,
Well, we both do, right?
You see this.
Okay. That's the sign of the group.
Mhm.
I sort of like nudge Sawyer just in time for him to like
to catch
maybe
it.
catch it. if it goes
I
fast.
don't think he would catch it. It was just like briefly. You just sort of like.
One
I
point.
think.
I don't know if you noticed, but fella over there, red dragon on the arm.
Red dragon on the arm.
Red dragon.
You swear?
I swear.
He's on the ship. You said, or this is in town.
They're about to enter the city. They're just going through customs.
I'm going to. I'm gonna cast minor illusion.
Can I see this? He's doing that.
Are you just casting it openly?
Yeah, because I'm behind them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast minor illusion in front of them,
What's the range on that?
Are we supposed to?
No.
No, you're just outside the city.
Got it.
I give you guys I have a just sketch map of
30
the city.
feet.
30 feet, so you'd have to be a bit closer.
So I'm
for it
gonna
to be
come
ahead of them.
running.
Okay, you're running up to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take off running up, and then I'm gonna cast minor illusion to the side in front of them and make a ball appear.
There are guards all around, just
Okay, yeah, make
Yeah.
a ball appear. Is magic illegal?
No.
I wouldn't know that anyway. Make a ball appear, and then I'm gonna bump into him as if I'm a kid running for this ball, trying to catch the ball.
Okay.
And as I bump into him, I'm gonna look him up and down in that brief moment. we have.
That's very smart. As you make this ball appear, you run after it. As you run into him, go ahead and make a
Oh,
performance.
sorry.
Make a deception check.
16.
Can I take that?
Sure.
Okay. 16.
Sweet. As you bump into him going after the balls, you're like, oh, make your investigation check.
That is not great. 13, 14.
14. You look him up and down. You notice he has some scars on his face. He's an older man. He has like weapons all over him. He looks pretty travel worn, like he's been traveling with them for a long time. That's what you see.
And am I able to? He's with the group.
Yeah.
Am I able to gather anything from the rest of the group?
It's like a stumbling like moment as you stumble in him, so not really. But as you stumble in, he's like, watch where you're going.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to get my bowl.
It's okay. Just don't let the guards. Don't annoy the guards. We're trying to get through.
Oh, okay. And I like kind of stumble back to them, and I go to Booker and I'm like, oh, that man. He's with. Did I see the tattoo when I?
You didn't see the tattoo.
Okay. That man. He's with the red dragon. As I whisper it to you, and I'm like, I bumped into him for a moment and was able to see. He had weapons and seems like he's been traveling for a while.
Seems like we're on the right track then.
I'm gonna I could send Smog or Strog up and kind of stalk him to see where they go.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. I just think people might be a little freaked out about flying rats, right?
He can be 100 feet in the air.
Alright. I don't see why it would hurt.
So I make him appear. Actually, I never banished him, so he'd still be on my shoulder.
Yeah.
So I send him up into the air, and he goes up 100 feet, and it's just kind of like I'm watching. I'm looking at him to see where he's going throughout the town to know where they're going.
Okay, they're still right in front of you. The guards are just looking through their wagon and talking to them about what they're bringing into the city, and that's all that they're doing right now.
Okay.
But are you guys just gonna wait?
Yeah, they have a wagon with them.
Mm-hmm.
We could jump on the wagon.
Are there horses?
No.
There are 2 horses pulling the wagon.
Nathan, do you have Facebook Messenger?
I do.
Can I cast minor illusion to make there appear contraband in the wagon?
You could. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I want them to get in trouble with the guards.
Okay. You cast minor illusion as you make contraband appear. What are you making?
Drugs.
Okay. You wouldn't quite know what drugs are in this world, so you make cocaine.
Yeah.
I'm guessing as you as you make a little pouch of cocaine. As they're rifling through and they reach to pick it up, and as their hand passes right through it, they're like, "That's very strange. What was that?" As they're like, I don't know. As he's like, I think it was just my imagination.
It was an track.
So are other people passing them right now, or is it you have to wait in line to be?
No.
checked?
Are you guys gonna do anything anything else while they're just waiting to get in the city?
I don't think we should
So
just wait for
follow
you to go
them.
in.
You came and told us that that's the people we're looking for.
Is there any point where they're inspecting where they're kind of look away from the wagon?
What do you mean?
Do they have does the wagon have those guards' full attention?
Yeah.
While they're inspecting everything, they don't look away for even an instant.
Right. Not really. There's a lot of them.
Okay.
As they pat down the wagon, flip through everything, and then eventually send them on through as they pass the inspection. Now you guys come up as the guards are just like, "What's your business in Carthana?"
I'm looking for my sister.
Okay. Are you transferring any goods, or where do you come from?
Well, we are
I just
transferring one good.
Pat the donkey on his name's Fella.
McNugget.
It's McNugget.
It's McNugget.
I call him Fella.
The donkey's name is McNugget.
McNugget.
Okay.
Oh, we just came from Damfana, and before that we were in Slumberton.
Slumberton. Interesting. Okay.
It's a bit towards the coast.
Yes, we all know Slumberton. You're just looking for your sister?
I'm looking for my sister. She was taken by a band of mercenaries.
A band of mercenaries. And you came here?
No, we're seeking the help of a friend,
What friend?
Ambrose.
That's not what you're doing.
I know.
He's lying.
Oh, okay. I just thought you might have been confused, but go and make a deception check.
Oh.
It's off the table.
Reroll.
Good, it was a 4. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
What?
He's like,
tonight.
okay. Yeah, go right on in. I don't see any problem. As they open the gates for you guys.
Oh.
Make your perception check.
I already did the preparation.
Yeah, what was it?
It was 17.
17. You look around them, you don't see any on the ones out here. Awesome.
They let us through, so I thought I had some
Cool.
prepared for that.
All right, you guys enter into the city. The group with the wagon heads in and starts heading through the way. So how the city is laid out, there are a bunch of different districts and things. This is just where they're labeled. So the main bit of the city, 12 out here, these are just different farmlands that you guys came through, a couple different houses out there. Along here, this is the way. This is like the main highway of the area. There's all sorts of towns and shops out here. There's town circled there. Callidian Circle is a very, very wealthy neighborhood all around the palace. And then there's the palace. There's the dock district. It's fairly industrial, all sorts of things just moving, like goods being shipped out of there. 6, here's the industrial zone. This is warehouses, factories, all that kind of stuff. 7 is the outer quarter. For those of you who have been to Carthana before, you would know the outer quarter to be the poorest district, and it's pretty ghetto. 8 is Guild Square. What all is
Can we
it?
take a picture of that by chance?
Yeah.
Post it.
Yeah. Guild Square, there is a mage college run by Reginald Telezin, who Collen is looking for.
In the mage what?
There's a mage college which is run by Reginald Telezin. There's a fighters guild, there's an art school, and there is archers guild. Number 9 here is the Grove. It's actually a walled-in garden. You haven't gone inside. You just see there's trees and all sorts of things. 10 is Orden Ward. It's like a classic neighborhood. 11 is the West Ward. 12 there's farmlands out here, and then there's the mills out there. And these are the districts of Carthana.
Cool.
Send you guys
So
a
do you
picture of
wanna
that.
Track them to where they're going and then go to
Definitely.
Yeah, I nudged Sawyer and like keep your eyes on them, stand from above, eh?
Hey. And so yeah, we track them to see where they're going.
Cool. Let me just send you guys a picture of this real fast.
Yeah.
So Mario, there might be some money to be made in this city.
I like the way you're thinking.
Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. Is any ideas on how we can make this donkey look more appealing?
I could rinse it off.
I mean, is there a
Oh.
barbecue somewhere?
Barbecue?
Barbecue.
Oh. I mean, that's a possibility.
I mean, that would make
Although-
it look really appealing.
Like, do you have any gnomish oils that can really, spice this
yeah.
up?
You know what? I think just a little bit would do just the trick. A
Okay.
little bit, Aiden. A little bit.
I'm gonna use shape water to just sort of like wash it a little.
Soaking it.
Yeah, it's just wet now. It didn't really work. It's like it's still kind of grungy.
Ew.
Good. Now it's wet.
Anything else? So you guys are you gonna put oils on it? Like,
Spruce it up a little
It's
bit.
just
and if any of you have prestidigitation, you can use that to clean the dirt off temporarily.
Do you have that?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't either.
That would be
Yeah, I think we should clean this up and maybe sell it as soon as possible, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, just a side note, I got a little track thing for our party loot, so that we can divide up later. So
Cool.
Oh, okay, cool. So you got like the 4 gold from earlier and stuff.
I thought it was 5 gold.
It was 4.
4 in the donkey.
4 and a donkey.
4 plus donkey.
He's the greatest
So
treasure.
there was no silver involved either.
No.
I thought they said originally 5 and 1.
We kind of moved around a bunch.
How much was
Club
the
negotiated.
inn? Did that cost? I did the deal.
It was 1 silver.
1 silver. Okay. I forgot to calculate. Boom.
All right. So, you guys, you follow through them through the city. It's later in the afternoon.
Okay. We're just into evening then.
Huh?
We're rushing up to evening, right?
Brushing up. It's probably like 3 o'clock, 3, 4. Yeah, make stealth checks because you're trailing them.
Oh dear. Oh no.
How are you?
All of it.
Ooh, 22.
Oh, 7.
8.
You rolled higher than me.
4.
Oh.
I'm singing a song.
You're also a little girl. You're
I'm a
also
little girl.
I have a dirty 20. Just kind of hearing them be a little loud, I just kind of ask them to trail further back.
Huh?
I had a 16.
16. Okay, what'd you get again?
22.
22. Okay. So Sylvie's just kind of like la 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 la.
Hey, stick behind.
As
Kinda push
but Aiden and Kinsley are both just like staring ahead at them, following behind. As you guys notice, some like start to look back at you guys. They're like, they know that you guys are following them.
They don't necessarily see
They're
me.
traveling through the way.
I think they know we're following them.
I think that's probably true, but I don't think they know about the flying rat.
Yep.
I think we can figure out where they go, and we'll just leave them here for now. I don't think we're prepared for a fight anyways. They look pretty well armed, so we'll return to them later.
To the donkey then?
I have to stay within 100 feet of the bird, so
Okay.
But you're fairly stealth, so you can
Yeah,
just keep
can-
going through the crowd.
we'll continue
I had a
on.
16, so
Cool.
We maybe want to go find some sort of lodging just for the night.
Yep.
Oh.
We'll look into.
So you
setting
three are
up
gonna
lodging.
go look into lodging. You three are gonna keep trailing them.
Yeah.
Cool. As you guys split off.
Oh wait,
The
you should
wagon-
take the donkey.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
The
say
wagon
I
group
quite agree.
continues on, heads through the town square, and the wagon actually, the wagon and the guy separate as the guy waves to that other group as the wagon continues into the dock district, as he heads into a tavern in town square.
I used to be able to add from like 12 to 14 to stealth.
And then when I would
I
fast
do
pass without
not have
trace,
that anymore at all. Yeah.
every time we stealth.
I'd be like, 35. 35 stealth. Do not have that anymore.
As the guy who had the tattoo heads into a tavern called Bedfellows.
Bedfellows. Do we want to go in?
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's just go ahead. We'll
Totally.
we'll just get a drink and just like see what happens. See who he meets with.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
So the three of you, as you guys are looking for a tavern, you see the three of them also go into a tavern. What would you guys like to do? You guys did pass by towards the beginning of the way. There was a bustling tavern called Lift Your Spirits, Liff Your Spirits, as well. There, you would notice up at the northwest portion of the way, there is a tavern called the Chateau, which looks really nice.
That one.
That one.
Well, we have a donkey, so we should probably sell it and then go to the nice tavern. I don't think they'll let a donkey in unless they're really
Does it look like
progressive.
that tavern might have an inn attached to it, or is it just like a tavern?
It's an inn, and it looks like there's a diner in the bottom.
I
But
agree with Sylvie. I think we should try to go for
it
something
looks
nicer.
really nice. So I would note some of the like architecture and design of Carthana. You see the guards, the sigil of Carthana. They have a purple flag, and so a lot of their purple is a very common color here. Some of in the nicer districts, you can see it actually looks like the wood changes that they use to build the houses. In the poor districts, it just looks like standard oak that they use for most of the buildings. But up into the more wealthy portions, they use a much lighter toned wood, which Austin and Vario, you guys would know this to be Tula. is what this is called. In the north bit of Tagartha, there are these huge trees called Tula trees that grow, that the Tagarthans are known for harvesting. It's really expensive wood. So yeah, the architecture is very like smooth and more like this very light colored wood designs. So are you guys going into the chateau? The three of you? And then you guys are going into Bedfellows.
I thought we were going to try
What
to sell
about the
it.
donkey?
Oh, you're trying to sell the donkey first.
Unless
Okay.
you can bring it into the chateau, but I don't think they'll like
You would have noted before you came in there were stables outside of
Oh, then by all means,
like
let's
the
go into the
farmlands.
tavern. We'll leave McNugget out here. Let's go.
You just gonna leave him at the stables? Or are you just gonna tie him up outside? Tying him up outside is free. The stables cost money.
Yeah, we're gonna time it outside.
Just gonna tie him up outside.
But I'm gonna put a little belt.
There are posts like they have posts set to tie your horses to.
Leave them at this table for a second. Let's see how much it costs.
Okay. The standard stable pricing is 2 silver per day.
Can I use...
That's expensive. They wash and clean your horse as well as a part of that.
Ooh.
They take care of your horse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got it.
Sure, you
I'm
want to spend
thinking.
all your money on this, Sylvie? It's a very old donkey. Some of your money.
Says so.
Not all my money.
All right, if that's what you want to do.
So are we going to the tavern?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So you send McNugget to the stables, and then
Godspeed.
Why is that
and you
hilarious?
head to the chateau. We're gonna. So what would you guys rather do first?
What do you mean?
The chateau or the bedfellows?
Bedfellows.
Bedfellows.
Bedfellows, okay. You guys head into the three of you. So, just for people who are only listening, Booker, Sawyer, and Vario are heading into a tavern in Central Square called Bedfellows. You guys head in, following after the mysterious figure as he heads straight for the bar and just orders some drinks. Takes a seat.
I'm gonna go sit like 2 seats away
Okay.
at the bar.
What's the vibe of this place?
It's fairly quieter. It seems this is more like a normal. This is more of an inn than a tavern. They have a small bar in the basement, but this is more just a place to sleep. It looks nicer. Like it's not terrible. Not like a roaring tavern, but it's chill.
I walk up to the bar table and I just do you guys happen to deal in postage over here? Do you send mail, receive mail, anything like that?
If you're wanting to send mail, you could go up to the Owlery, right near the town gates.
Thank you very much.
How much for a room?
For a room here, 1 second.
Which is so.
There's a little cheat sheet right there.
You're beautiful. It'll just run you 5 silver around here.
5 silver. Sounds good. I'll talk to my companions and we may come back. For now, can I get a drink?
Yeah, absolutely. That'll just run you 4 copper for a mug.
I had a 4 copper.
He gives you a mug of beer.
Or actually, I had him a silver. Like, could you exchange this?
Yeah, he gives you change.
Start drinking.
Better idea of money now.
Just figuring it out.
He's a fast learner.
When I saw the guy we were tailing, like order from the bartender or whatever, did it look like there's any familiarity there, like on the
From the bartenders, then?
Correct. Or innkeeper or whatever?
Not really. He didn't look like he super recognized them.
Okay.
Just kind of a casual, just like, hey, some beer.
And where'd the wagon go?
That group separated from him.
Oh,
he went
got
off
it.
on his own.
Okay.
Mhm.
And this is the guy who
Had the tattoo.
got it. Sweet.
Am I overhearing any of his conversation?
Give me 1 second.
Wait, I sent you a message. Don't read it yet.
Okay.
I accidentally sent it preemptively. I
You're
was
good.
saving it for when it's my turn.
Cool. Okay, what'd you say?
Do I overhear any of this conversation?
Make a perception check.
12.
12. He has some casual conversation with the guy. The guy's like, "Where are you coming in from?" He says, "Me and my friends just came from Derry. Was just traveling with some old friends of mine. Just happened to be coming this way. Yeah, he's just making casual conversation. You hear his name is Flynn.
That's the guy with the tattoo.
Mm-hmm. He looks like he's in his late 50s.
Where did he come from?
From Derry.
I look to Booker, and I'm like, well, anything else we want to do on our ways before we settle down for the night?
And, what time is it in the day?
Oh, it's about 4.
Okay. Well, I've got a few places I'd like to visit. It's a pretty nice town. I don't know if you do, but I personally like to check out the art college around here, or the art school. And yeah, also pay the hourly visit as well.
Okay.
Did you have anything else you wanted to do while we're here?
I don't believe so. Did he buy a room?
He did purchase a room here. You heard that.
Okay. Did I catch what room?
No. That's typically fairly private. That would be on his key, is what it would say what room it is.
Well, would I have investigated that or seen that as he was handing him the key?
You didn't make a high enough
I don't
perception check.
know. Okay.
What'd you ask, Mike?
What's that?
Did you ask something?
Well, I asked him if he had anything else he wanted to do here, and he said no.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I get up to leave. What inn was this again?
This is Bedfellows.
But we can cut to them before I go to any of those places.
Cool. And you guys notice that around the main square and around the way, it seems like there's an odd number of buildings that are just boarded up, like that just went out of business. Things seem to be not run down, but not what they used to be around here.
Just hearing where he was coming from, Derry. Like, would I know anything about these dragon tattoos?
Yeah, this is Clan Dirgan.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
What do I know about that?
I told you about what you know about Clan Dirgan, didn't I?
Did he tell all of us?
Not all of you. I think I just told you what you know.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you remember?
I don't.
I'll text you.
How did I do that?
That's
What did I do? Extras, maybe? This. The card.
Right, so the three of you that are going to the chateau, what are you guys up to?
Let's go inside.
Wait, so it's us 4, I think.
No, it's just the three of you.
3.
Are you not with us?
No, he's with them at Bedfellows.
Inside we go.
As you guys head inside, it's very nice. Let me change the music. Oh, I need something. Dang copyright laws. Nope. Sorry, that's not it.
Oh, wow.
Nope, that's not it.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
We're in danger.
Oh,
That's it.
wow.
It's very nice. There's a lute player in the corner strumming his lute. It kind of echoes through this very, very nice building. There's a really nice rug right at the entryway. leads up. It looks like to a very nice cocktail bar. Yeah, some lounge chairs. There's a really nice piano in one corner of the room. This is right outside Callidian Circle, which is the really bougie district.
6 years old. You usually want to go to the place with
Kinsley feels like really uncomfortable.
You look out of place.
Yeah,
You're
like-
kind of soggy on this really nice carpet.
Soggy.
You're just kind of like
I'd like
squelch,
to,
squelch.
So I'd like kind of just like huddle them. So what exactly are we here to do? We're trying to hold lodging, correct?
Sure. I came here because Sylvie wanted to come, but I'd like to leave whenever possible.
Why?
Sylvie, I don't know if you've noticed, but they have creatures in the fish tank that look more like me than the people here. I should go.
That shouldn't matter. If you're a paying customer, then they can kick you out. I'm gonna go up to the counter.
You go right up to the counter. A
Can I
man.
see over it? How
No.
tall's the counter?
You'd have to like climb up onto one of the stools.
Hello.
I kind of lift her up on the stool.
Hello there. Welcome to the chateau. Where are your parents?
Oh, they're not here right now. I'm just adventuring.
Oh.
But these are my pals. They're with me.
Do you want us to call someone?
No. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the chateau.
Thank you.
Did you take a wrong turn, or
No.
do you want me? I can. Bedfellows is just down the street if you'd like.
Excuse me,
That's-
why are you redirecting her?
Just something more your style.
More my
What do you mean
style.
more style?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You are here for the chateau.
Yes, that's why we're here.
Yes, I suppose.
How much
It's happening. We're here
would
for the chateau.
The price of a room be?
A room at the chateau would be 2 gold pieces per night.
Oh, whoa.
Is that your basic room or is that your presidential suite?
The presidential suite would run about 4 gold pieces.
Sylvie.
2 gold pieces for a standard room.
It's on me. And I
Sylvie.
look in my bag and I pull out 4 gold.
Sylvie, where did you get all this money?
As he takes the gold and he says, "Your key.
Thank you.
How many people will be sleeping tonight?" She normally sleeps 2, but
The presidential suite only sleeps 2.
normally
You both can stay in the same room. I can manage on my own.
Well, I can get room
I-
for everybody.
Well, if it sleeps 2 and I sleep in the tub. I say that a little too loud.
he just looks at you and he's like, "You will not be sleeping in the tub."
And
But
you
if
will
we're
not-
paying for it,
It's okay, good.
I guess what you do in your private time is what you do in your private time. As he leans over, he picks up a little stone and he says, "Make sure room service is really on it tonight." See,
Can I overhear him?
what, you have a high perception, yeah, you do.
Okay, I like reach behind me and like sort of pull out like 4 spiders from
Spiders, no!
they're from like in my cloak. They've just
Yeah.
been hanging out there and I just sort of like set them on the ground. And I'm just like
You do so, he doesn't
I'd
notice.
like to kind of lean in and attempt to whisper. She's gonna be able to freaking hear me. I'd like to invoke my background, which I just messaged you.
invoke
I
My
Oh,
background
nerd.
ability.
I've never heard somebody say in D&D, I would like to invoke that.
I know, I'm scared. Hey, oh no.
It says wherever I am. And I mean, it makes sense. For the,
What's that?
that's right here. I see it.
I mean, this being an establishment, people are going to need some sort of entertainment.
So you would, you haven't spent a whole lot of time here, but you would note that that's probably illegal.
What are you trying to do? I didn't ask if it was illegal or not. I was trying to ask if it was something that happened.
No.
You haven't.
Are you a prostitute?
There are ways around that, by the way. We can talk about that. But
So
You haven't found anything like that, but you could easily ask around.
okay. I mean, so I was trying to kind of. So you're saying not asking because I would figure the the clerk would be the person to kind of talk to about that.
You can try.
Oh no.
That means it won't.
That makes me sketchy. Makes us be suspicious. While we're in town, I'm kind of looking a little way to make some extra money on the side. Have you heard of
What
any
do you mean?
sort of from where I come, it's customary that people like to witness sometimes physical entertainment.
Can I overhear him?
You're right there.
I'm whispering.
I like cover Sylvie's ears, and I'm like, what in hell's name are you doing
What do you mean
now?
physical entertainment?
Okay, hold on.
Entertainment.
Physical entertainment.
I'm talking about any sort of where I come from specifically, they say the first rule of this is not to talk about it.
I live my. I'm like, oh, that. All right, yeah.
What are you speaking of?
Never mind. It's all right.
It's not the place.
Don't you worry about that.
Are you a roast?
I am not.
It's talking about Fight
Fight club?
Club. Fight.
You mean where brutes go and beat each other up?
It's a valid. Where I come from, some of the wealthiest people will watch fighting as a source of entertainment.
That was outlawed in Bearclaw.
Was it now? Fascinating.
This was a test.
Yes.
We've been sent by the local police
Correct. You have
to
passed.
question you because there was some suspicion.
Make a deception check.
I'm helping her. She gets advantage.
Technically, yes.
Is there anybody in here?
Okay, I rolled an 8.
But no, you
There's
get
no one in
advantage.
the lobby right
Right.
now.
So what is it now?
Roll
With
twice.
Oh,
Roll
okay.
twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
The second one, 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He's like, oh, I'm so glad that the chateau could prove our excellence, as usual.
Let's go to our rooms. Sort of like.
I'd like to pull her aside, but once we're away from the.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's like we seem to have a good way with words and are able to be pretty feisty. I feel like if we are going to be here for a spell, trying to get some extra funds might be a good idea. I have a bit of a proposition. As you see, where I come from, you have two types of people in my business. You have the people who do the punching. You have the people who organize the punching. And you seem like you might be someone who is able to actually get us significantly more gold than if I was just trying to do it myself.
So.
That's true.
Oh.
That's true.
Metagaming.
Are you asking me to fix a fight?
I don't really know what they called it. All I know is I had someone who helped me and I got more money for it.
Well. Hell, gold is gold. Alright, we'll see what we can do.
Alright, so I'm thinking we try to ask around after we get settled in.
I don't think this is the place. I
Not
think
here,
we need to
not
go
here,
farther
but around,
down.
but around. not this place.
Not this place, Aiden. Yeah,
It's illegal here? Interesting.
we're gonna need to go to the more seedier part of town. Perhaps the rest of our team might be able to help us.
It's
idea.
not that it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
just
but it's
frowned
like,
upon.
that's... I kind of meant... Really? How much is it illegal?
Is it like the sort of
Just
thing where
fix
it's
a
like
fight.
illegal, but it's not really enforced?
You traveled through to Gartha, and I mean, you would know, especially northern Tagartha is a lot more unruly, and they are known. It's like Texas, like they're Tagartha's like Texas, so they're known for just ignoring some of the laws and not enforcing them. But in more urban regions, it's definitely more enforced.
Interesting. I guess my character, all he knows is that
He
that's the
don't care.
prime source of entertainment.
I think perhaps we have a separate sort of weapon in our hands as
I mean,
well.
different in Rodalta. But
And I sort of like nod at
The
Sylvie.
donkey? Oh.
I'm like, we have something even more powerful than good words. It's cuteness. Got a lot of cuteness.
I just like,
Cuteness. What will that do?
Influence. Where do you think we should start? We have to get rid of this frickin' donkey.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot all about the frickin' donkey. Let's try to find a market and sell it. Sylvie, do you want to hang out here for a bit, or?
I would love to go through the room. This place reminds me of home a little bit. It'd be nice to stay for a second.
Home? Oh, well, to the room then. We're gonna go to the room.
Okay. You guys head up to your room. It's really nice. There's running water here, which is not
I
common.
scream when I see it. I immediately get in the tub and turn all the faucets on.
There are two really lavish beds with just elegant draped blankets, really nice curtains that hang. There's two like tall windows. It's really nice. It's a little lounge area.
Beautiful.
This wasn't that expensive either.
Right. Sylvie, what? Where did you say you were from again?
I don't really know.
I think you're lying, Sylvie.
Make a deception check.
Nine.
Make an insight check.
14.
You know she's lying.
Sylvie, tell us the truth. Where are you from?
The thing is, I can't. I'm not really allowed to say.
Who said you're not allowed?
Just some people. I can't really talk about it.
Are you in danger, Sylvie? Are you being chased?
No, I don't think so.
Is your family alright, Sylvie?
I hope so.
So very mysterious. I'm worried about you.
I'm okay. And I'm gonna crawl up to the bed, and I'm just gonna kind of like spread out. Just like,
I just want to sort of like reach over and like put my hand on her foot and just be like, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm here, okay? I care about you a lot.
why might I want to talk about it?
That's up to you. And then I sort of just walk away. But
I just don't know the answer to that question.
She's sick. She doesn't have emotional intelligence.
I'm gonna try to figure out what place to sell this donkey. You should probably go get Vario too, since he was in on this.
in on what?
The donkey.
Oh. Well, I'm sure we can manage to sell a donkey. Is there any, like... well, I guess I should just ask. I'm gonna go back down to the front desk and ask the guy where I could sell
A donkey?
livestock.
I don't deal in livestock.
I didn't ask if you deal in livestock. I ask if anyone around you deals
I don't
in livestock.
deal in livestock and I wouldn't know where to sell livestock. I'm above that.
You're above that. A concierge. Really? Alright. Thank you so much. I like openly swing
Maybe head
over
out
my
of
coat.
town.
Spiders.
Spiders on the floor.
I walk outside, and I just sort of look around to see if I can find anything. Like, is there anything around that would sell?
Not in this area. More towards the edge of town, where like the farms and that kind of stuff were.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you would sell a donkey, but not really in town.
Okay. Did either of you come
You
with
could just like walk up to random strangers on the street, but
Right. You came with me? Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we go
Us
to
three are.
the lesser part of town and see if we can't find something there. Sound good? Alright.
As we're leaving the inn, do we bump back into them? Or?
yeah, you guys totally would. You didn't want to do anything else with? No.
Well, yeah, we did want to do other things.
I mean, I was
but
gonna head somewhere. I didn't ask Sawyer yet if he would like to join. But
I do.
Yeah.
I take out my pocket watch. It's gold, and it's mechanical. May be the coolest thing you've ever seen. It's like this little watch, you know, have technology there. And I'm like, I'm looking for somewhere where I could pawn this, possibly for more gold.
that looks blimey expensive. That look. What is that?
It's a watch. It tells time.
Doesn't tell time. What kind of time is that? Everybody uses the same standard time. That doesn't look like anything I've seen.
Well, it's time. See, this here says it's currently, and I look up at the watch. I don't know if I would have said it when I came in. Well, it says it's 12, but it doesn't matter. It has to be set, and I pull the dial and I twist it and stop it at like, I don't know, 8 p.m.
Very
Then it
good.
just
Have
keeps
you
ticking.
seen anything like this, Vario?
Let me see. I take a look at it and like I've seen a lot of weird things, but I've never seen anything like that.
See this one that's moving quite fast. That's seconds, and then the long one is
the
minutes.
third. Oh.
The long one is minutes, and then the short one there is hours.
Right. So like moon cycles or something like that.
No, hours. There are 24 hours in a day,
All right.
and then there are 60 minutes in an hour, and then there are 60 seconds
Why do you need to calculate that many seconds?
in a minute. I don't know, in case you wanted to know how fast you could run.
In an hour? Why not
It's
just
the
count
only
hours?
It's just, we move quite fast in London. And I close the pocket watch and kind of put it back in. Anyway,
Well, I'll be very real with you. I have no idea what that would even sell for, or what would be a just price. But if you have something in mind,
Well,
I just have nothing to guide you in that.
I was giving it to me from my father. I was thinking maybe if we went to the nicer end of town, we could possibly sell it up there and it would fetch a fairer price than...
I'll have a way with people. I think we can manage that. I think I just need to know from you what you're comfortable selling it for.
I don't right now.
All right.
I don't
I'll
have
let
a
you think
gauge.
about it while we're on our way.
And so, I think I'm getting the hang of this. So this here is a bronze coin.
Right.
In this bronze coin, 10 of those equals 1 silver.
Right.
And then 10 silver equal a gold.
Right.
Right. And so if a beer is 4 copper, then that's about 1 copper per euro.
You're
Was the
what?
European Union formed?
Nope. This is the 1950s. I don't know.
Probably
Pounds. Yeah. I'd be comfortable selling it for 40 or 50 gold.
That's a lot of gold, but I like it. I can certainly help you with that.
I might know someone in town also.
We'll see what they offer first.
All right. Yeah, I think that'll be good. What were you saying?
I said I might know someone in town.
Oh, who would that be?
Well, I didn't actually for the friends section. I didn't specify what town this person lived in.
Oh, who was it again? Just say their name.
Morag.
Is he the like?
It's just like some wealthy woman.
I mean, aren't we all, you know?
Fine.
Let me look. Let me
Throw it
look.
in first.
I would guess she isn't here because I don't think you've spent much time here.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. I don't know.
Sometimes I don't know what you think you're talking about there, Vario, but
Sometimes I do
I
know what I'm
appreciate
talking
you.
about.
no,
So
it's
if we were able to sell this now, I could give you money so for postage and whatever wares you want. If that's all right with
we
you,
could have a right go at that.
being that you could fetch a
Absolutely.
fairer price than I could,
I think we should head up to the nicer part of town,
we make a hasty retreat that direction.
which we'll probably come across then.
Yeah, you would. As they're leaving the chateau, you guys leaving Bedfellows headed up towards the nicer part of town. Yeah. So specifically a place to. Sorry, I spaced out a little bit.
Just trying to sell the watch.
You're trying to sell the watch. There is a shop that you passed by earlier called Mr. Magoro's, which is like a toy maker. You see, in Town Circle, there's a place called Corvo's General. It's a general store. You could maybe pawn it there. There's the Mage College and the Guild Square. In the industrial zone, there's a blacksmith shop called Sentry. There's a jeweler. jeweler. The jeweler shop is called Martin's Menagerie.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I want to go there.
That's what you're looking for. Okay, so you guys group back up. You guys run into them. You guys are trying to sell the donkey. You're trying to sell the pocket watch.
Can we role play that for half a second?
Yeah. So also, we'll regroup after we sell this, because then I just want to know what are you guys doing? Because you're trying to find your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out of money, so I know I need that first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can't
So
even pay for a room tonight.
okay, you guys are headed back into town. What are you guys gonna do to sell the donkey? Real fast.
I was just gonna try to find someone to sell it to.
You're just gonna walk up to him on the street.
Well, I was hoping there'd be like a. Well, I mean, it got washed at the chateau, so I was just gonna try to find someone who looked like they sold animals or had animals.
You
I'm
can try and
open.
sell it to the stable.
An orange freshener on it.
You guys can head out to the stable and try to sell it to them.
Right.
Yeah, they'd give you 5 gold pieces for him.
Perfect. We'll take it.
Sweet.
Cool. You sell McNugget.
So then,
To the
how much
stable.
do we all get then for gold?
Do you want me to just put it in the party fund?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll split
Okay,
it.
so we have party fund.
Yeah, Michael will split up later.
Cool. All right, you head to Martin's Menagerie. It's a pretty nice shop. It's right on the way. There's a picture of a diamond outside as you guys head into the jeweler. It's really nice in here. All of the cases seem to be magically locked.
Before we walk in, I look at Booker and I'm like, I pull out my wand. I'm like, should I cast charm person?
I don't think about that. And I think with charm person, you should probably know this. They figure it out a little bit later. I think they'd be very mad at us.
I'll leave it up to you then.
But I could use your help. I could certainly use your help. And I'm
Oh,
just going
I'll
to cast guidance on myself before I walk.
and then I
Okay.
just spit shine
Polish it
gold
up.
a little bit, you know.
What was the name of this place again?
Martin's Menagerie.
It's a very nice place in here. I really like it.
There's a man wearing a really nice suit standing behind the counter. Looks up at you. He pulls out a little monocle and places it on his eye, and he's like, "Why, thank you, sir.
Mr. Mendes.
Welcome to my shop.
I'm
My name is
holding up
Martin."
my silver, just to indicate wealth. I hold out my silver mirror and I'm looking at myself in the silver mirror as I like kind of tuck it back to see if you notice the mirror.
What are some fine gentlemen like yourselves looking for? And then he looks at you and he's just kind of like, "Oh."
Looks like a fine establishment. How long has this business been in?
This business has been running in my family for 3 generations. I am Martin Jr., Martin III.
Well, I
I
tell
can
you,
see why they continue with the name. It's a fabulous name. I love it.
Thank you.
in the
Thank
3
you, sir.
generations this business has opened, you've never been offered something this nice.
Really?
Really.
Have you seen diamonds that glitter from the caves of Ardir? Have you witnessed the sapphires of the south?
You haven't seen this.
I think what it means is you might not have seen something that's curious. And I just, I take the pocket watch out and I just show it to him. I say, this right here is a contraption, something like I don't think you've ever seen, I've ever seen, or anybody's ever seen. It's quite the nugget of potential right here. Sawyer, would you kind of walk him through exactly what this does?
All right, so this is a gold pocket watch. So right here, you see this big dial tells seconds, and the little dial tells hours. It's the new way of telling time. And then the big one tells minutes. And this is so you can keep track of time during the day. See, watch. Every time this goes around, it makes the bigger one go around another time. It's like a new system for counting time. Time in the day. He pulls out his own bottle.
That was lucky.
And there's a picture of my sister, and I kind of just take the photo out. You can keep photos in it as well.
Beautiful.
I was wondering what something like this might go for around these parts.
I've only seen prototypes of technology like this. You know, they are working towards things like this. Where did you get this?
It's from my father.
Did you steal it?
I did not steal it. No, it came from my father.
Who was your father?
Great question.
Kingston Wilder.
My father was Kingston Wilder.
I haven't heard the name. It is very, very nice. 30 gold pieces.
I'm thinking that would be at least 50. There's nothing like it. There's literally the only thing in this entire world that looks like that.
You will have access to technology, as you just said. They're only prototypes of.
Make a
You
persuasion
look like a
check.
very connected person. I'm sure you can find connected people who could use something that's not a prototype.
Make a persuasion check.
With
Do I
advantage?
get advantage?
Yeah, advantage and you have your guidance.
And guidance. $24.
Nice.
24. He's like 50. There you go. As he goes, pulls out some keys and unlocks the drawer. As he pulls out a drawer, as he gathers up the coins and he loads them into a hefty pouch. As then he plops it on the table.
My eyes just get all big, seeing that much money in front of me, like I have a request.
Yes, what can I do for you?
I was told in some of the surrounding towns that this was the place to find a ring fit for royalty.
A ring fit for royalty.
Yeah, would you say that's correct? Or do I need to go elsewhere?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I do have rings fit for royalty, but what royalty are you looking for a ring for? What's the story?
It doesn't matter, but
But if I'm to match the right ring to the right woman...
well, this woman, she's very still.
What?
I'm trying to remember what my character knows. Shoot.
You've seen what yeah. You've seen her.
But it's only a still image. She has flowy brown hair, a large smile.
What is her name?
What is her name? Her name is Princess Sarka.
Princess Sarka.
Yeah.
She's an actual princess.
Oh, of course.
How did you meet her?
I met her through. I just kind of looked down. I see.
A what?
It's a long story. I don't want to bore you with the details.
Oh, okay. Well, for Princess Sarka, or Sakra? Sarka?
Sarka.
Saki.
Sarka. Princess Sarka. Let's see. What's her favorite color? Do you know? Would you prefer a diamond or some other gemstone?
I didn't look.
Is this for engagement or?
Yes. She wants to be surprised, so I don't
You're
know the
proposing.
specifics. Correct.
Is she the type of woman who would like something more extravagant and grand, or somebody who would like something more low key?
Extravagant and grand, for sure.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. As he goes into the back room, he rummages around for a bit and eventually brings back a ring. It's got like a big diamond in the middle with like a diamond shape of smaller diamonds that go around that then wraps around the gold band. As he holds that out to you, it's a fat diamond. He's like, this would run you 250 gold pieces.
I try to just hold in the utter shock.
Is it not enough?
Not enough in what way?
I mean, I know that the gemstones are smaller, but I assumed that this was more in your price range.
So what would be the best fit for a princess, regardless of price?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
As he goes into the back room,
Very confused.
eventually he comes back with a fat ring. As he's like, there There are many different types of gemstones on here. The centerpiece is a diamond, but there is amethyst as well as sapphire that goes all the way around the band. These gemstones are from the glittering caves of northern Ardir. Not many have ventured there and returned. This ring would fetch 5,500 gold pieces.
Let's go. Oh.
Deal or no deal?
I like take a deep breath. Like I need to move some money around in my different accounts, and then I will return.
You'll be back? I
will be back.
Wonderful. I'll be expecting you. What was your name?
Vario.
Vario. I'll be sure to write that down. Does 10 a.m. tomorrow work for you?
I do have some business to attend to in the next coming days, so I can't make any hard commitments at this time.
Okay, wonderful. I will just be expecting you, then I'll put the ring on hold under your name. See, he writes your name down. Then takes it back from the back room.
Before it walks away, is it possible to see the watch just one last time? It was quite sentimental being my father's. I just grab it. Just not like running my thumb across the Wilder engraving that's on it. Shed a single tear as I close it and hand it back. And I'm like, it's fine. I must find Saoirse. That is number one. I must find Saoirse.
We will find it. We will find her soon. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
appreciate the business, and sounds like we might be returning.
Wonderful.
And as we're leaving, I just whisper to both of them. I say, "Looks like we'll be paying a visit to the glittering caves of Ardea sometime."
Hey!
I'm like, how much do you require for your services?
For the owlry?
No, how much would you require for negotiating me a better price?
Oh, you want to pay me for doing it?
Absolutely.
No, you don't need to pay me.
No, your charm is worth money, value.
Well, if you insist.
See, in London we have brokers that do things such as those.
Is tipping a thing in London?
It's very much.
Well, tip me what you think is appropriate.
I give you 10 gold.
Shoot. Sweet.
He's like, thanks.
I give you
a
2 gold.
Sweet.
Thanks for tagging along. This one's for the ring.
I give you
Consider me your first down payment.
a big solid wink for that.
Is anyone gonna ask him? No one's gonna ask.
Why didn't they give me? Were we all in there? I
You
know we were
guys
all in
weren't.
there.
No, I
Just
mean
the three
any
of
of
them.
them. That's why I'm
Ask
not
for
gonna.
Okay.
Who the hell is girlfriend is?
I'm not even.
There's guys.
I don't even care.
That's funny.
And I think that is where we will be ending tonight's session.
Hmm.
Wonderful.
Woohoo!